Okay. Oof. All right, give me a sec here. Sorry for being late. All right. I'm not even sure if this thing's helping. All right. Maybe it is, maybe it ain't. Wow. People sure are flighty. I tell you what. Did I schedule it incorrectly? Okay. Huh. It's not bad. Oh boy. Anybody out there? Anybody? Wow. Nobody. Did I schedule it at the wrong time? Maybe all that nonsense with that bearing idiot. It's a weird world. It doesn't take much to make people shift course. I don't know. All right. Tiresome. Kim Soley. Current viewers. All right. Mike sounds good. Yeah, well, says you. I might get somebody else complaining. I did up the settings a bit. Sorry I'm late, guys. I had to work. I had a extra job that was available, and I had to take it. And I had just got home like 5 minutes before the show starts. Cambodian bearing. That was just a joke. That was just me joking. Somebody in my chat said it, and I thought I'd run with it as a joke. I don't think anybody would take me seriously. I don't know what nationality the guy is. I don't take people's word just in chat. I was just goofing. I have no idea what. I was just messing with the guy, man. I was just. That was just for comedic effect. I have no idea what, nationality he is. CIA wet work. Hey, VFoos! Nice to see you. How you doing? Let me know if the sound's okay. I made a few too many sound settings last show. Changes to the sound settings, that is. And I think I overcompressed. So I throttled back on the settings some. Hopefully the sound is coming through clearer now. Whoa, yeah, that's, ooh, baby. Of course, it sounds very different when I load it into my editor. It sounds like what you guys actually hear. Oh, I gotta get my headphones. Crap. Give me a sec. It's all right. I mean, I literally just got in the door. So it's like... I had him in the bed. Oh, here we go. I got two sets of headphones. Two sets, but these aren't quite as good as the others, but they dampen more ambient noise. So if there's some idiot outside making a ruckus, these are better for that. Good. I also might need to eat something to show, so don't get too mad at me. I've been very busy today. Yeah. So I mean, I worked later than normal. So yeah. My apologies. Got to do what you got to do, though. Okay, looks like the picture's okay now. Light's okay. Camera looks good. All right. The sound's not too loud? Let me know if it is. By the way, I want to apologize to anybody that was here at the last show I might have offended. I actually asked people last show to tell me about the sound. I was very stressed out last show, man. Very, very tired. I took it out on some folks in the audience, so I apologize for that. I read about Epicurus today. Very, very interesting. Thanks for adding to my toolbox of knowledge. You are welcome, Adam Mayo. Yeah, I mean, Epicurus was, big into indulging in material reality to find joy, contentment, happiness. That's none of that brings happiness, though. So Epicurus was wrong. He was right about moderation, improving the quality of one's life, obviously, but he was wrong in a lot of other stuff. But anyway, Styx was very wrong. But anyway, great. You can hear me fine. Okay, I better move the mic back. Yeah, I think I set the limiter a little too high, so I upped the boost and limiter, so probably quite a bit louder now. Yeah. Oh, I can't read any of this. I would put my glasses on, but the reflection would blind you. You think my big giant beach of a forehead is reflective. Put my glasses on, yikes. No. All right, let me pop out the chat. That way it'll be directly in front of me and I can read it better. Okay. There we go. Well, I can read it at least. Read Plato and Nietzsche. No, don't read Plato or Nietzsche. Nietzsche was a Satanist and believed that life had meaning, and Plato, well, he's a bit too mystical for me. But anyway, yeah, let me see here. Somebody says, Gerbert Quinn, our Tard. He's an expert in everything. I'm not an expert in everything. Plenty of things I'm not very well informed on. So I don't know what you're talking about. But anyway, Adam Mayo, very contemporary. Colonel Quayle, I seen in a chat today, they're going after Trump like they wanted Jesus out of Jerusalem. Well, that doesn't surprise me. Read Evola and Turner, okay. 3x6 Corvus. You're supposed to read Albert Camus Smith. Okay. Adam S. Plato, yes. Nietzsche was a party boy. The guy comes. I would avoid Plato. You're much better just reading Aristotle. Ah! Beefoos! For $10 super chat. Woo! Baby! Get the patented four-finger clap. Juneteenth plans? I don't even know what Juneteenth is. What is that? Is there some holiday I don't know about? I don't know what Juneteenth is. I'm old, man, and I'm out of the loop. And I don't watch mainstream news anymore. And I stopped watching the news in general. It's just, boring. Well, more of a Randian. I like Ayn Rand. Although not everything about her. But anyway. But yeah, Aristotle was great. Laws of logic and all that. Colonel Quayle, Juneteenth, listen to jazz all day. I don't know what Juneteenth is, guys. This one of those gay holidays? I don't know. Is that one of the rainbow holidays? I have no idea. Watermelon felons freed from slavery. Oh, okay. Aristotle can't avoid Plato. Plato can't avoid Aristotle. Corvus, Diogenes. I'd really recommend not studying these people beyond what you need to learn the tools that they offer in regards to how to think. Beefoos, Juneteenth, officially Juneteenth National Independence Day, federal holiday. Since when? I've vaguely heard of it, but it's celebrated annually, June 19th, to commemorate the end of slavery. Yeah. Aren't there like 40, 50 million slaves in the world? I find it so interesting. All these leftist LARPers that are so virtuous, they're bitching and moaning about, slavery 150 years ago, but they don't seem to care about slavery in the here and now. Bunch of morons. Why don't you do something to end slavery in the world? Huh? There's more slaves now than there were, at the height of slavery in the world. Well, there's more people too, but, more slaves now than there were during the height of the Roman Empire. Well, they don't care. They don't care. No, philosophy's not wacky. You're just not doing it right. Philosophy is something you do. It's not something you study beyond acquiring the necessary tools of the mind. Gerbert Quinn, we're all slaves now. I mean, I don't know. It depends on what you mean. Depends on the context of that statement. I mean, situationally, you could say that, sure. Colonel Angus Dagny is greater than any other scholar. Okay. Maybe. Wasn't greater than any other philosopher. Nobody beat Socrates, baby. But anyhow. Where were you people of the last show? That was actually the Ask a Philosopher show. And by the way, this show isn't about discussing ideology or schools. It's, I mean, if I do like an Ask a Philosopher segment, it's all about solving real world problems. So it's about asking questions and having me answer them. The wacky parts, abstractions over practicality. I'm exact opposite. I don't deal in the abstractions at all. Total waste of time. My school of philosophy is all about solving real world problems. So I don't care about anything that doesn't apply to objective reality. But anyway, well, we're not just here to make fun of Tard. There's been a lot going on lately, by the way. You guys heard about the situation with Bering. God, that guy. That freaking guy, man, I tell you what. No, I used to like his content. And he makes good content. He's a funny guy. I'm sure he'd never say anything kind about me. But, the guy is just real petty and vindictive. It's so odd. I got a bunch of messages in my video about the whole debacle. Some guy telling me, if you were a stable, well-grounded man, you would have let it go and not got into any kind of drama with the guy. And I'm like, dude, I literally blocked him. I said, I don't want to talk to you no more, and I blocked him. He's the one that got into the drama, was posting a bunch of trolling comments, totally off topic, and, numerous of my videos trying to troll me, insulting me. He made up a bunch of stuff that I prove were lies on Twitter. Slanders me from his Twitter channel, making up nonsense, exaggerated. It's straight up lies. I proved that. What? I'm not the one that, said, I'm going to keep this going. I blocked the guy. He's the one running around telling lies about me. I'm not supposed to respond to those lies that are designed to make me look bad. What? I don't know. I mean, I'm more or less done responding. I don't care about the guy. He doesn't seem to have any integrity and no shame at all. The guy will just, make up a bunch of crap. He doesn't seem to care. It's ridiculous. He even, posted a video from my last show, like a small clip where I misspoke and said close to my exact words, the address Jer gave me. It was a misspeak, and he tried to use that to say that, so I didn't make a mistake. You did say that you're going to Jer's house, so I didn't lie. No. I got the address of that machine shop that is supposedly the Quarterings brand coffee warehouse in Southern Phoenix. I got that from Brad Cool. That the mega troll that is constantly trolling Jer. Funny guy. I like him. He's got that picture of Freddie Prinze Jr. as his avatar. That's where I got the address. I didn't get it from Jer. I just misspoke. The guy literally watched my entire live stream, and the only thing he could get to try and impugn my integrity and make me look bad was like a single snippet of a misspeak. Oh, he doesn't care about you. I got people send me a message, that Barry guy didn't care about you. Jeez Louise, I blocked the guy because I don't want to talk to him no more, which is what I do when I run into somebody who I think is somebody of very poor character that I really don't want to communicate with. Why would I keep talking to them? And the guy freaks out and starts making shit up about me and trying to, ruin my reputation and make me look bad. I'm not the one keeping anything going or ginning anything up or creating any kind of controversy or trying to imbibe in drama. That's him. Jeez Louise. There's so many people out here that are like, cult followers, man. They just, People are sheep. They'll eat up anything that their cult leader tells them and just spew it out. Won't do any real due diligence to find out if it's true or not. Like that Omegon idiot. But anyway, I mean, we're here to make fun of Tard. Sure, Tarl is fun to make fun of, but he's not the only one. I mean, don't get me wrong, Barian is a talented guy based Acid Fox. He makes good content. I think nobody has ever talked to the guy. And I think a lot of people, they kind of get their own sense of identity, sense of self, kind of mixed up with some of their favorite content producers. And so that if you attack that content producer, if you say something that is negative about that person, even if it's true, they'll take it as an affront to themselves, and then they'll come after you. Baron's a sack of, yeah. So is Count Dankel and Sargon. Sargon of Akkad? I don't know. Sargon seems like a pretty smart guy. I mean, I don't know what he's like in personal life. I've never spoken to him. I'm a peon, man. These people are way, way, way out of my league. I have no illusions as to my scope of influence on YouTube. It's practically non-existent. So I don't know why this guy decided to try and stir up drama with me. It's a totally false framing to say that I tried to stir up drama with him. I find it so interesting. One idiot posted in my comments, "You're not entitled to his attention. What are you talking about? This is projection here. Everything you're saying about me is actually applying to him. I blocked him. I don't want to talk to him. He's the one spreading all these lies and posting comments in multiple videos of mine. Well, I'm just trying to ignore the guy. And he's upset because he's not entitled to my attention. I'm not getting your attention. You blocked me? How dare you? I'm Barry. I'm the man. You blocked me?" Like, what the hell? Oh, like everybody's saying to me, it's the other way around. And it's like, none of the sycophants see it. Well, I mean, that's the definition of a sycophant, right? And they don't see the, negative aspects of the personalities of their, cult leaders. Yeah. Based as Fox, some of the best Christians were Neoplatonists. Well, sure. Plato was a mystic, man. I don't want to talk about this, okay? This is not, by the way, my channel, even when I do want to discuss philosophy, like Ask a Philosopher, it's not a history of philosophy channel. Nobody wants to talk about that. You guys start talking about various philosophers and the schools of thought and all this, ivory tower crap, and nobody cares. Philosophy wasn't created for that anyway. Socrates, the inventor of philosophy, created it to solve real-world problems, not, sit around all day debating things that help nobody, serve no purpose. So I don't really even participate in these kind of discussions. It's pointless to me. Dime 4026, the box classic look for the stream is suitable. Reminds me of the old PPP streams with handheld phone. Is that a good thing? Sounds like you're dunking on my, I mean, it's not that bad. It's 720p. Okay, I could stream at 1080p. I don't know. I don't want to. I only got 1 terabyte of storage on my PC. I'd have to use my external hard drive to offload the episodes on a regular basis. I mean, that would literally be doubling the file size. I guess I could do that. I don't know. Could create issues with streaming. I'm really not sure. I suppose I could. I mean, it's a small change that would actually improve the picture quality a lot. I'll think about it. I can't do it this show, though. I can't change the, resolution midstream. But anyway. Oh, you think it's great? I don't know. Maybe it is. Maybe it isn't. You're back. I'm European or question reality. I do question reality. What are you talking about? That's a straw man. I never said I don't. I ask questions. But I don't know what you mean by question reality. I mean, philosophy is all about asking questions, right? Of course, but it's the questions that are important. I don't know what questions you're talking about. That's a very vague generalization. It's a straw man too. I never said. I think you're mistaking what I'm saying. But anyway, that's a misrepresentation. I never said anything like that. Sounds like you're just trying to sound superior or something. You might be in the wrong place. Base Acid Fox. Does anyone think Styxhexenhammer has tuberculosis? The wasting? Dude, no, that's treatable. He ain't got TB. Well, I guess it's possible. I mean, it used to be a lot more common. Now you mostly see it in people coming from the third world. So I don't know, man. He's wasting away like a starving vampire. Dime says, I'm a new sub from your investigative drive looking for hamburgers. Non-existent company, forwarding company. Ha ha ha. Well, welcome, Dime. Yeah, that was a fun little drive. I found nothing. Found absolutely nothing. By the way, is it really that odd to contemplate looking into a garbage can? I mean, I know this guy was trying to make me seem as bad, as negative. Well, that's different. That's not what I was talking about. I mean, the nature of things is important as it's being corrupted now so much. So, of course, it's important to understand what things are, Herbert. But, I mean, you're just wanting to discuss definitions and history. That's all anybody's talking about. Yeah, people named off a bunch of philosophers they want to talk about. I don't do that. Yes, abstraction, system, or practical solution. I don't know what your point is. You're just trying to sound intelligent. You're not saying anything I want to talk about. By the way, I'm not here to discuss this kind of stuff. It's called Ask a Philosopher, and that's not you. Well, it's not your show anyway. You can talk about what you want to talk about in your own show, okay? Adam Mayo, he's just too deep in the trench of intoxicants. What do you mean, Styx? Yeah, I'd agree. He looks so rough. Also, the constant worry of being wanted by the law. Been there, done that. Dime 4026 Adam Mayo. Styx is broke. What drugs can he afford? He gets money. He's got that Patreon and the Subscribe Star. I don't know how much he gets from it. I mean, probably not as much as he used to. And he's not doing live streams anymore, so no super chats. Huh. Yeah, why did he stop doing live streams? Does anybody know? Has he said? I mean, that was a way for him to make extra money. He doesn't even have his videos monetized. Huh, it's weird. Although I don't understand much of what Styx does. Adam Mayo, he has enablers. Yeah. Yeah, big time. Well, he's got the potato. Well, the potato's parents. She doesn't have a job, as far as I know. Does the potato work? Does anybody know if the potato works? I dow hat ever hell I want unk. What? Dude, smashing the keyboard? Dime says thought he lost access to the Styx account. He hasn't posted a video in 3 days. Maybe he did. I don't know. I haven't checked his Twitter in a few days. Based Acid Fox, his crappy laptop would probably catch on fire if he. I love you, Acid Fox. That's funny. You're a pretty funny guy. Yeah, you should start a YouTube channel. Yeah, that's pretty hilarious. Yeah, it probably would. You know how much money he spent to get that fixed? I mean, hundreds and hundreds of dollars. He could have bought a new laptop. That's better quality. But I mean, if he did that, he would have to re-download all his software programs. He probably can't remember all the passwords. I mean, I had a bit of a pain switching everything from my laptop to this tower PC that I have here. I had to spend quite a bit of time writing down all my passwords to transfer everything over, but it wasn't rocket science, yo. Based as a Fox, there's a possibility Styx is possessed. That is possible. The dude is doing that blood magic stuff all the time. Adam Mayo, I think she works at a fast food joint. Yeah. Just like Styx's mom. You think that's the attraction? Maybe the potato is like his mother. We know that his mom is a pothead. So, yeah. Joker. The cops would probably watch Styx's streams anyway. Yeah, but he already does videos. It's not like they can track the stream any more effectively than a video. I mean, by the way, the dude is a low-level criminal. DV convictions. I mean, not like he offed anybody. There ain't nobody looking for him. He's just paranoid. The dude is just paranoid. I mean, I guess rightly so to a certain extent, because there are warrants out for him, but, I mean, they're not actively seeking him. So the guy really needs to get his live stream going again. That's just my opinion. Dime40 says, what I don't understand is when the police came out of his arrest, his current law problems, where the confidence comes from to even show his face online without being embarrassed. Well, he has no shame. There's some people in this world that have no shame. He don't care. I mean, he doesn't care what people think of him. If you have no shame, yeah, you don't care. You're not going to be embarrassed. Dime says, bashing woman is a coward's act. Yeah. Well, I mean, he threw a phone at Sam. I mean, that could do real damage, I guess. Like, you hit her in the head or something. But I think it bounced off her leg or something. I mean, she overreacted, okay? That former girlfriend of his, that Samantha Keister broad, she's a survivor of childhood abuse, I think, and has probably had, DV in prior relationships. So she's got a lot of issues that if you do or say anything that mirrors those issues, you're going to get some transference, and she's going to be acting out on you like you're a surrogate for the people that abused her in the past. So there was a lot of that going on, I think. A lot of acting out to get back at people who had hurt her prior. So I think some of what Styx is suffering is the bad actions, bad behavior of others. Even then, you shouldn't be throwing cell phones at people. Oh, the gun thing. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Forgot about that. Didn't he fire off a gun beside another? That was the same woman. That was Samantha. She used to live with Styx at one time. And her real name is Samantha Keister, by the way. Yeah, Keister. Yeah. She also put a picture of her butt on Kiwi Farms. Oh, man. Yeah, you can't make this stuff up, man. So the chick whose name is Keister likes showing off her Keister. I mean, I've looked at her. She's all right. I can imagine that when she was young, she, got a lot of attention. But I think she's pushing 40 herself. So, I think she got married. Somebody told me she got married, so she wouldn't have to be homeless. Yeah. Women always have that option. Men don't have that. But women, they can find some dupe, some simp to, marry them, and then they have a place to live. So, yeah. Bashing women is based. To Herbert, come on, man. I think he's just joking. He's just, don't, come on. First warrior thing he did in his life. Well, I mean, granted, the dude is, weaker than many a woman. That said, I mean, have you seen his stick arms? Joker says, that's not cool, Herbert. Herbert replies, why not? Don't get into a flame war, guys. Don't, Joker, he's just joking. I'm pretty sure he's just joking anyway. But anyway, I really don't take all that stuff. I don't take stuff in my chat too seriously anyway. He had to serve time for that one. He was in jail for a week because he had to wait to get bailed out by the quartering. Oh, man. Yeah, that's hilarious. Oh, man. Bet you Jer wishes he never met Styx now. Yeah. But, yeah, that chick is remarried. I don't know what the Nikki Turkovic broad is up to. That's the one that knocked his tooth out. She said she was going to be moving in with some guy to save money on rent, and then she'd be making, daily content. So, of course, she hasn't made anything in months. And I've checked her channel every once in a while. No new videos. It's too bad because she's great content fodder. Oh well. Oh well. Chick that knocked out Styx's tooth. She makes, some of the most cringeworthy stuff. It's good for dunking, though. Based as Fox. That was the week of the 24 elections. Oh, yeah, you're talking about Styx and his, arrest. Yeah. The first one? Oh, yeah, the one where he got arrested for, throwing the cell phone at Samantha Keister. Yeah. Yeah, that chick's poison, man. I feel sorry for whatever guy she duped into marrying her, man. That's not gonna go well. She's gonna make that guy's life that poor guy's life a living hell, man. Yeah. Yeah, so I believe that she moved in with Styx at one point. I think when he got back from Amsterdam, he left his wife to be with this crazy chick. I don't know why, but he did. They moved in together. Well, she moved in with him and his parents, and then the gun incident happened, but she stayed with him. And then after the gun thing, there was the phone. And then that's when they, broke up. Nigeria Roberts. Didn't she get money donated to her, the Slam Pig? Yeah, but she gave it away. I put a video on my channel talking all about it. So she got a whole bunch of money from the Kiwi farmers because they liked that she knocked out Styx's tooth. And she used the money to rent an apartment. And then after she was in the apartment 2 weeks, she moved out because it was too expensive in her opinion. And she didn't have enough money for pot. And so she had to forfeit her first and last month's rent. Well, her security deposit and last month's rent. So she forfeited $2,000 so she could smoke more pot. And she hasn't posted a video since. So that's what happened to Nikki, Mr. V. Foos. Dime 40. It was hilarious on the cop cam when they told him to drop his machete and he begged to be allowed to wear his pirate hat in the clink. Yeah, that was pretty funny. I gotta grab a piece of gum. Give me a sec here. Oh, jeez. Ah. Oh. Oh, here we go. My nicotine gum. It's causing me problems. I think I might need to talk to a doctor because it's not too normal for this stuff to cause inflammation. But you know, the pluses still outweigh the minuses, at least right now. But yeah. Oh man, give me a sec here. All right. Oh, hey, we got excited Plasma in the room. How you doing, Plasma? Let's see if this Styx ever goes to Mardi Gras again. How is this stuff anyway? The nicotine gum? It's causing me problems. I think the doctor a couple years ago might have misdiagnosed me. It might not be celiac disease because nicotine doesn't interact with celiac in this way. It only happens with rheumatoid arthritis and lupus and like a few other diseases, but I don't have a lot of those symptoms. But rheumatoid arthritis causes joint degeneration, which I don't have, but lupus causes a lot of the symptoms I have. It was the nicotine gum causing inflammation, joint pain that kind of clued me in that there might be a problem. So I'm going to have to make an appointment. But anyway. Well, I don't smoke. I chew the nicotine gum because it's a cheap stimulant. Helps with the symptoms of my stroke, brain damage, all that. Doctors wanted to give me friggin' Adderall. I was like, no way, man. I'm not taking that stuff. Synthetic cocaine? No. So this is the next best deal. Adam Mayo. Doctors are so full of it. I had to figure multiple issues out on my own. Yeah. Oh, I'm on a keto diet. I wasn't having any of these problems until I started chewing the nicotine gum. No, I'm on a carnivore diet. I have been for years. Yeah. I didn't start having these joint issues until the nicotine gum. Yeah, well, it's a stimulant, dude. Adam Mayo's Adderall makes me tired. It's a stimulant, dude. It's a really powerful stimulant. It's creatine, baby. I wasn't supposed to say the other substance, but you know, based on like some people end it before they hit rock bottom as hard as Styx has. Probably, hopefully he'll move on. Well, what's he gonna move on to? Oh yeah, I wasn't having these issues until the nicotine gum. That's why I did some research. It looks more like lupus. Also, I've got some other symptoms. I don't want to get into it, but hope it's not, because that's more serious than celiac, which is what I was diagnosed with. Lupus is like the great imitator. It looks like a lot of different problems, so it's real easy to misdiagnose. I didn't even really get onto the idea that I might have something else until the nicotine gum started causing me my pain in my knees and some other areas. It's like, but anyway, I don't want to get into it. If you try matcha tea, it works wonders for focus and concentration. No, but I'll look into that matcha. Okay, I'll make a mental note and probably forget because brain damage. Matcha tea. Oh. I don't know if I can remember that, but I'll try. I will try. Oh man, got a lot of people in here. That's good. A lot of chatters. All right, let me open up my show prompts. I didn't even have time to do that. Okay, June show number 7. Should be 8, but I missed that Monday show last week. A lot of sticks here. Should I talk about the bearing more? I have more lies from bearing. But honestly, I really don't want to discuss the guy no more. He's beneath my, he's beneath contempt. He's beneath me. I don't really want to discuss this guy anymore. Waste of skin. Waste of flesh guy. Yeah. As interested as he is in me, I'm not at all interested in him. It's too bad. Guy wanted a collab. Do you know that Bearing showed up at the end of my last show? I didn't know it was him at the time. He came in with some alt account. I thought it was just some troll. I checked later and saw it was actually him. Apparently he has some other channel. Dude was like, "Oh, collab with you now. Invite me on." I'm like, dude, you lied about me. You made up a bunch of crap to try and make me look bad after I blocked you. Trying to stir up drama. Getting your minions to parrot a bunch of nonsense saying I'm trying to stir up drama when I just tried to ignore you. Made it impossible because you spread a bunch of lies about me and you got a lot larger platform. You're a big giant bully, punching down and bullying, harassing smaller creators who don't want to talk to you. What a loser. Go away. You need to talk to me. I'll collab with you. Why would you do it over something so petty and negative? You didn't want to collab with me when it was over something, petty and negative, but about somebody else. It would have been great views and great content. It's creatively bankrupt. It just wants to talk about drama. I mean, I guess it makes sense. He's a drama YouTuber. All this stuff is making fun of people. Kind of like me, I guess, but I'm better at it. But, he needs his wife to help him out. But seriously, I want to have nothing more to do with the guy. So he can just go in his merry way. Wife's funny. Yeah, but they're two peas in a pod, so I ain't going to listen to any more of her content either. It's unfortunate, but what are you going to do? What's you going to do? Hybrid Mind Thoughts. Hey, Hybrid, how you doing? You tried okay, I'll check. If I can remember to check the matcha tea, I will. Kaz34. Hey, I'm late as usual, trying to catch up on all the drama. I missed being away 5 days. Well, you're welcome to be here. I consider Baron just as bad as Jer. You are the company you keep. Yeah. That's why I was initially very hesitant to contact him. By the way, guys, let me know how the sound is. Last show, it was way too low and people were complaining. I made some changes. Hopefully it's okay now. The biggest problem was spikes. I get a lot of spikes because I tend to raise my voice sometimes, but I'd overcompensated and it was too low. You are the company you keep. He is on the videos talking about the same disgusting stuff as Jer was. Really? Okay. He did full shows talking about it. Huh. I don't know. I haven't watched that much of his content, to be honest, but I have watched some. Uh, I really don't know the guy at all. I don't want to know him. I mean, I actually know him pretty well just from our few interactions. I'm real good at reading people. But that's why I blocked him. I wanted nothing to do with the guy. But, he felt different. He was really just upset that I blocked him. You don't block me, I block you. Yeah, that kind of attitude, which is the attitude that caused me to block him. Bass has some Fox, but buy your matcha from Coffee Brand Coffee. Oh, dude, I would never buy. Well, he's got that 75% off deal. Should I buy the Tiger's Blood at 75% off and do a taste test on live stream, man? Jared get angry. He'd probably sue me. You're misrepresenting my watermelon coffee. Am I? I don't know, pal. I think sounds okay. Spike meter about a quarter way. Okay. Matcha brand matcha. I love you guys. You make me laugh. That's hilarious. Yeah. Use the name. It's so circular. I'm going to use the noun of the thing to be the name of my brand. The stupidest thing I ever heard of. By the way, what's with Tiger's Blood? Can somebody explain that to me? Why the hell would you name a coffee Tiger's Blood when it's just watermelon flavor? I don't get it. Joker. I think Coffee Brand Coffee is a stupid name for coffee brand. Yeah, it's very stupid. He would have been better doing Liberal Tears Coffee. But, Jarrah's like a politician. He doesn't want to turn anybody off. Of course, what a dummy. I mean, he really ends up just taking no sides and not cornering any market. He's just such a big dummy. You should call it Liberal Tears, man. I mean, liberals hate you anyway. Because you're a big Trump fan, right? So you should have just called it Liberal Tears Coffee. I might have bought that. No, I wouldn't have bought that. For $20? For 12 ounces? No. But, I mean, it's a better name than coffee. What's the name of your coffee brand? Coffee. Yeah, I know it's coffee, but what's the name? Coffee. I mean, it's like an Abbott and Costello routine, man. Based ass Fox. He was trying to make his company seem unwoke, but it's not like the normal coffee. It's called LGBT. But it is woke, isn't it? Isn't Mill Creek Coffee like an LGBTQ employer with people that have rainbow-colored hair? They're really super anti-conservative and they hate right-wingers. I mean, I don't know, man. That's the problem with not choosing a side. You don't corner the market on that side. You don't appeal to that side then. He's so dumb. I would make Liberal Tears Coffee. I would do that. I mean, if I had the money to order it. I don't have that kind of cash. Maybe someday. Maybe someday I can start my own coffee company. I'll give it an actual name. I won't call it Coffee. Yeah. But for now, I'll have to call it, nothing, because I couldn't afford it. By the way, Baron, if you're out there, you're more than welcome to pop in. No, he won't. No, he's not welcome, actually, but... just kidding. Joker. I think Jeremy's trying to rip off Charlie Sheen's Tiger Blood. Oh. That wouldn't have been... Tiger Blood Coffee? Name his... coffee company, Tiger Blood? Nah, that's no good. Makes you think of blood. Nobody wants coffee that makes them think of blood. Except maybe Styx. Styx might like that. Ooh. Man. I gotta get, give me a second. I need to take an anti-inflammatory. Ooh. Got a whole bunch of NSAIDs here. They work real good when you mix them with acetaminophen, but that's out my car. I carry that around for work. So I'll just pop 4 of these. 4, yeah. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. That should help with the, yeah, now my back's bothering me. I really gotta stop chewing this nicotine gum, but it helps a lot with my mental acuity, so I don't know what to tell you. Phil Roasters Coffee, brand coffee. You talking about Dark Side Phil? That goofball? Isn't his former girlfriend dunking on him constantly online? The prawn corn star? I don't remember her name. Scarlet something. I find that stuff so tedious. I really don't watch Phil. Turmeric works wonders. Yeah, I got some in my actually I have some up in my cupboard. I'll have to take some. I don't know. I mean, I could just stop taking the nicotine. It's what's causing my inflammation. But you know, I can't. I need it right now. Maybe I should just take the Adderall. Let him give me the prescription. Wouldn't cause these issues. But anyway. I got the frothy white urine, too. Yeah. Yeah, if it's lupus, I'm in trouble. But I don't think, I don't know, man. I got to get a, some kind of antibody test. Some kind of nuclear something. I forget. But I have to get, like 2 tests done to verify it. Oh, boy. Celiac is bad enough. Lupus, I mean. Immunosuppressant. No, I mean, the carnivore diet it serves that purpose. But anyway, we're dropping in viewers. So I better get into the first story before nobody's here. We're going to start with the Jer stuff. Could be me chewing the gum. People don't like that. Let me stow it in my upper lip. There we go. No more chewing. Give me a sec to open up these tabs. They're all Jer tabs, by the way. We're going to dunk on this guy mercilessly because, well, I don't like him. I think he's stupid. The name of this coffee company, Coffee. I mean, I got to admit, it's an affront to my sensibilities as a businessman, former businessman. We handled hundreds of millions of dollars of goods transfers in 14 years. We handled a lot of inventory. A lot. We dealt in a very narrow market. I lived in Shenzhen, China for almost 15 years. Yeah. Dealt in electronics components, actually. Diodes, transistors, electrical boards, just wholesale electronic components. But it's a good business. It was a good business until about like 2019. Well, no, I mean 2019 is when I left. It started to go downhill when Trump started with his anti-China crap. His first term, it's like, oh boy. Started hassling me. My shipments would end up, they'd be in customs for 3 days, and then it would be like 3 weeks, and I'm like losing tons of money. And it's like, yo, why? It's 3 days before. What's going on? And my guy at the PSB tells me, well, there's a initiative now to get American businessmen and mostly Americans out of China. We don't like you because of Trump. But I'm not Trump. Yeah, well, you're an American. The Chinese are very, very collectivist in nature. And if you're an American, you represent America. That's it. So if they don't like America, they don't like you. You're America. America is you. That's the way their minds work. Remember, they're all a bunch of commies, so it's really not surprising. But yeah, it became impossible to do business there. My mistake was staying too long. It cost me most of my, business savings and revenue. Stupid. I just cared about my employees, and I tried to stay in business long enough. Some of them were students. I wanted them to get through school. They were working for me to pay their way through university. I was really too nice. You know. But, you know, my big mistake was just staying in business for too long. Things really became untenable. And I stayed well beyond that. Cost me most of my fortune. But anyway. Okay, I think that's it. It's 7, isn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I got them all open. Okay. Anyway, if there's no other comments, I've been to Taiwan. Really liked it. Yeah, I thought about that, but yeah. Base ass fox, I smoke weed for information. Yeah, well, Kaz, did you like living in China? I'd still be there if I could. But China has become too anti-Western, too anti-expats. So when I was there, you have to understand just how anti-outside foreign influence they are. When I was in China, there were about 650,000 foreigners living in the country. You think that sounds like a lot. Well, what do they got? And by the way, this is bull. They don't have 1.4 billion people. They might not even have a billion. But they have a large population, so, you know, 600,000 ain't all that much. Now it's like below 300. And now it's like below 300,000. Everybody's left. Nobody's investing there anymore. I had to sell the business to my Chinese partner at a massive discount. Rip me off. I had no choice. But anyway, that's ancient friggin' history. But yeah, it was a good business. It was a very good business. Well, when it lasted. This chat's fast and jares. Ha 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 ha! You're not wrong, Forbidden Cat Belly, and welcome to this chat. Been loving your Styx and Jare content. Thank you, Isaac Kemp. Much appreciated. Your kind words are I like. Now watch my videos more. The one I made on Omegon got almost no views, I think. I mean, I haven't looked, but there were no comments that I saw. Which is weird. This is something, by the way, I'm going to get to Jare in a second, but I don't get this. Now, I know there's a lot of overlap between me and people like Behring and this Omegon guy. But are people really that fanatically attached to the content producers they like that if you say something about that content producer that they don't want to hear, they don't watch your content? I mean, I didn't say anything that was untrue. Unlike Behring, who lied a whole bunch and then doubled down on those lies. A lot of misrepresentations, a lot of trying to twist the truth. The guy took no accountability, just lie some more. But I'm the bad guy? What's going on? People are so unreasonable and irrational. I don't get it. But anyway, can you speak Mandarin? A little bit, but it's been so many years now, I've forgotten so much. And I was old when I moved there too. I had a translator. I had a translator on staff, man. I had like 3 dozen employees. It was a pretty big company. But, I mean, that was just support staff. But, I mean, regardless, it was, I had more than Jare, I'll tell you that. I had more liquidity than Jare, I'll tell you that. But again, that was a long time ago, man. Before my illness and, you know, going broke. Spending a month in a coma. Water under the bridge, though, baby. Excited Plasma. Who watches Squid Guy? Well, he's a dunker, too. He's a drama farmer, like me. He's just really arrogant. He's got that accent going, so people think he's smarter than he actually is. He's got a decent following. You know, he's used my content, by the way. Not this recent video, but he used it in a video like a couple months ago. I tried emailing him. He never replied. Yeah. Too much of a bigwig. Cass, wasn't it weird living in a communist country? No, they leave you alone. Or at least they did. I mean, you got to pay off the right people. I mean, I had to bribe. Oh, jeez, the bribes. Oh, my God. So something you got to understand about China, they don't have, like, local police, like city, county, state. Imagine the FBI, and then it's the whole country. Like every police station's FBI. That's their police force. They only have one. Public Security Bureau. That's it. Total control, baby. Total control. You pay off the right people, they leave you alone. They just leave you alone. It's cost of doing business, man. No, it's great. Are you kidding? I loved it. Chinese broads? When I cared about that kind of stuff before I discovered, how to be happy 24/7 without nouns, people, places, or things. You kidding? It's like shooting fish in a barrel. And Chinese women are thin, man. They take care of themselves. They look a hell of a lot better than most Western women. Oh, baby. But, that's a long time ago. But no, it was great. It's only oppressive if you're Chinese. If you're a foreigner, not so much. Isaac Kemp. I never heard of Bering. I can only process so many locales. Yeah. Well, he thinks he's not a locale because he's got good success on YouTube. But just from talking to the guy, I can tell you he's a psychopath. He doesn't have a conscience or shame. The dude is... just because he's a psychopath doesn't mean he's nuts. He just doesn't have shame. He doesn't really have a conscience. But, I mean, beyond that, hey, He's watching right now, by the way. I can tell you that. I can sense that. Yeah. He's out there watching and clipping and doesn't care about me. I'm a tiny nobody, but he's watching. I guarantee it. Baron's the most boring internet drama creator. He's all right. When he does those screeds with his wife, she's kind of funny. Yeah. I've talked to her more than him, actually. I've had numerous conversations with her on Twitter. But, I mean, she's never bitten at any kind of collaboration. I'm too tiny. And I'm too good at what I do. These people are only going to collaborate with somebody who, then I don't want to get into it. I don't want to give this guy any more fodder. He's looking to clip out of context anything he can to try and, dunk, right? Dunk on me. Yeah. Little nobody with maybe 1,500 subs. Yeah, I know my channel says 9,000. It ain't 9,000. It was like 35 or... It was a much bigger channel back in the day. But I got banned for like 7 years. And YouTube, trickle dumped most of my subs over that 7-year period. I come back, I got like 7,500. That hasn't changed until recently. But 75 of that, not 7,500 of that 9,000, they're not on YouTube no more. So I've only got about 1,500 actual subs. Yeah. Oh well. All right, let me get to Jer. I'm gonna do a quick sound test here. So I know you hate that, but there's like 7 different clips. Oh crap. Okay.
Madison, and he's gonna.
Oh geez, he's talking about his freaking dog. This guy. Well, guess you don't have any kids. You care a lot more about your animals. Why didn't he and his wife have kids, by the way? I don't get that. I mean, she must have been fertile at one time, right? Well, maybe not. I don't know. Video quality. It's garbage. Video quality's crap.
Have more seizures, but that's...
There we go. Okay, that sounds pretty good. Okay. Yeah, guys, I'm sorry. I usually put these videos in the order in my tabs that I want to cover them, but again, I was late getting home from work, and so I didn't get home until like 5 minutes before the show starts. That's why I was late. Oh God, this guy's just talking about his dog. By the way, have you noticed a lot of the fervor has died down about the quartering? Yeah, I gotta find some new locales to talk about. He was talking about a rash. Is this his content? He just talks about rashes on his legs and stuff. Jesus Christ. To be honest, I don't watch a lot of the quartering, but wow, this is some boring crap. Yeah. All right. Well, let's get into it. Screen capture. Button. I'm still used to the buttons from my laptop. I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. Okay. Check. Okay. So hello all and welcome. It is I, the Realist Philosopher, and this is the Realist Philosopher Show. So we got some more Jeremy Hambley varied garbage. You know, there's some various clips here where we can dunk on Jer. I cannot be bothered to watch his full live streams. Number one, I'm too busy. Number two, I'm too tired, even if I do have the time, which I really don't. And number three, the guy's so boring, he'd probably put me to sleep, which, you know, wouldn't be a bad thing. I have a hard time sleeping, so maybe I should think about watching him before I go to bed. Better than a sleeping pill, probably. So here we have Grand Clementine Dirt Eater. These Twitter folks have some interesting names, yo. Jeremy Hambley is sore. Then goes on a weird tangent about women's virtue being taken by diarrhea food? What? He appears too tired to perform Rage today. I don't know what that is. There's a lot going on. Come on over tomorrow and join the fun. Raw quarter pounder. Raw quarter pounder. That's pretty funny. Oh, man. All right. Let's see if we can stomach Jer. Well, to make fun of him, I can stomach him. All right, Jer. What do you got to say, buddy?
Still sore.
Jeez. He's sore.
Well,
why is he sore? He doesn't exercise. We know that. He's 450 pounds. Has he started lifting weights? Is that why he's sore? Is he trying to lose the weight? Kind of doubt it. I don't see this guy working out.
Yeah. But think about the curry, right? Man, I love their food. Sure, they can rape my daughter.
What? How's he talking? Oh, that stuff going on over there in the UK. Yeah, I heard a little bit about that. Oh, no, it was Ireland, was it? The Irish are getting fed up with the, you know, the burqa wearers. Yeah.
Think about the food, said Pierce Morgan.
Well, Pierce Morgan is a controlled ops shill. He's a gatekeeper. He's, you know, propagandist. He's on probably numerous payrolls to spread propaganda, so. Dead air.
Food that looks like diarrhea, I can live without. All right?
I don't know. Curry's not bad. I've been to Hong Kong. A lot of Indian people there. That chicken marsala. I don't know.
Food looks like diarrhea.
He would know, too.
We don't eat that shit here in America.
What happened to the picture quality? It pixelated. Now it's at 270p? What's going on here? Why'd it go to... It was at 1080. Now it's at 270. What the hell?
America.
There we go. We do eat that stuff here. What's he talking about? Well, uncultured people like Jer, yeah. He likes his quarter pounders, his hamburgers. Yeah. Well, he is the Hamburglar, after all. The cleaner outer of White Castles.
Your food looks like diarrhea, but we're going to bring your diarrhea food in, and you can have an all-you-can-rape buffet.
Can you say... Oh, he's on Rumble. I was going to say, you can't say that on YouTube. Oh, geez, now I'm going to have to go through this and edit that out. Lovely, Jer. Thank you, Jer. I got to bleep that now. You imbecile?
Now, they're not raping the Muslim girls, by the way. They're raping white girls.
Oh, geez, should I be playing this? Oh, man, this is going to get me in heaps of trouble, man. Oh.
Little white girls. Working class white girls. That's who they're raping.
Oh, geez, Jer. Sniff. Do you think he's crushing Addies? Is he Addy crushing? Is he crushing Addies and sniffing them up? I think he is. I think he is, in my opinion. I think he is. He's on Adderall. And you might be like, well, realist, if he was on Addies, he'd be bouncing off the walls. No, he's a boozer, you see. He's a booze head. So he takes in my opinion, he's taken the Addies to counter the depressing effects of the booze. So he actually just reaches kind of a state of equilibrium. So, you know, typical run-of-the-mill boring chair. Yeah, need to stop boozing, pal. Then you might feel the effects of the Addy. Dead air. Dead air. Dead air. Dead air.
But think of the curry, guys. Curry. Yeah, go ahead and rape my daughter.
Wow.
Fat fuck loser, Pierce.
Is this guy for real? Has he looked in a mirror? Jerry, you're like a 450-pound guy. You got a big giant gunt hanging off the front of your, whatever. You think he even wears it? Well, he has to wear a belt. Well, I don't know. Be a big belt. Good Lord. Needs a wheelbarrow for that thing, man. Calling other people fat? Are you for real? I mean, I'm sure that Piers Morgan is a chubby guy. I mean, seen the things his wife says. She's got her own, cadre of bulls. She's with Piers because he's got money, in my opinion. And then she's got her black bull, and she's got her own Wisconsin bull. Probably several. But, dude, you're the last person to be calling anybody fat.
Coward.
Agreed.
Think of the food, boys.
Yeah.
The food is just so good. Tastes like rape.
Wow.
Looks the same going out as it does going in.
Again, he would know. This guy's got his panic diarrhea, anxiety diarrhea. I never heard of that, man. I didn't know that was a thing. Anxiety causes diarrhea? Okay. Crazy. This guy, man. Wow. Okay, now I think I see why he's on Rumble now. Because he can't say a lot of this stuff on YouTube. Everybody. He can't say this stuff on YouTube, I guess. I'm going to have to bleep the heck out of all that. Thanks a lot, Jer. Now, this video, I got the sound maxed out, but I can barely hear him. We'll see if we can even hear this guy or not.
Good morning, everybody. How are all of you doing? Sorry for the late start.
Do you have any other kind? Does he ever start early? Does he ever start on time? Why is he still doing the morning stream, by the way? Who the hell is... Who's at home at 9 a.m.? Old boomer retired people?
Up with a bullseye-style rash on my leg.
Uh-huh.
And now I...
Bullseye rash. Uh-huh. Why? What's going on?
I am worried if I will ever be able to eat meat again.
Meat? He can't eat meat? What? That must be hell for this guy. Why wouldn't he be able to eat meat? He's got a rash on his leg and now he can't eat meat? The hell's he talking about?
So I have to deal with that. I had to call around to the doctor and stuff like that. I guess I can just go get something from the pharmacist for it so I don't have to go to the doctor. So here's what's going to happen. I'm going to cover this travesty in the UK and the United States.
I thought it was Ireland. Well, that's the last video. I don't know. It's all over Europe, really. Yeah, they've been invaded. Yeah. Diversified.
States, quite frankly. Then I'm going to go to the pharmacy, get some tick bite medicine.
You got a tick bite? Does this guy even go outside? How do you get a tick? I mean, dude, the most this guy goes outside, he walks from his house to his car. Probably takes him like half an hour. Like 50 feet from his front door to his car. Takes him 20 minutes. Yeah. Carrying his gunt in a wheelbarrow. I don't know. I mean, how are you getting ticks, man? I guess you can get it anywhere. But
and
he does live on a swamp, so,
hope I can eat meat again.
Why? Why isn't he? Why wouldn't you be able to eat meat? Getting a tick bite means you can't eat meat? Since when? I don't know what he's talking about.
And hope it's not anything too serious.
Well, why are you going to get tick bite medicine? I mean, if you're getting medicine for something that specific, you must know what it is, and that's not very serious. But you can get Lyme disease, though, from ticks. That is serious, but isn't that treatable? Can it be cured? I don't know. I don't know how that precludes you from eating meat. By the way, he's eating meat. Come on, look at this guy.
I don't think...
Well, he could be living on donuts. I don't know. Probably is.
I don't think it's... I don't think it automatically means you have Lyme's disease. I think it just means that there's a tick in there and you get on some antibiotics or something.
No, it's not antibiotics. I don't think. For Lyme disease, I mean, maybe. I don't know. I had to do some research.
I had a feeling this would happen. The ticks have been really bad. I haven't ever had... I've had them on me before, but I've even had them in me before, but I've never had this...
What? How's he getting ticks in him? What are you, eating them? He's outside getting hungry. I don't want to walk back to the house for a Slim Jim or some kind of snack. Let's eat some ticks. What?
Perfect circle rash around what looks like a spot at least where a tick is. But I will say, I have been feeling extremely, like, sore.
Dude, you're 450 pounds. I mean, you were bound to start feeling the, effects of all that bulk eventually.
And stiff.
Correlation does not equal causation, Chunky.
And maybe that's why. I don't know.
Possible.
And of course,
he's trying to self-diagnose. Some people can. If they're intelligent enough, he ain't. Still want to get a actual doctor's opinion so that if it is what you think it is, you can get a prescription. But anyway.
My anxiety's out of control now. I just keep looking at it, hoping that's not going to be there when I look back down.
Isn't his anxiety always out of control? Isn't this the same guy that was popping Xannies on stream?
And hoping that it's going to fade. But
by the way, dude, are you going to ever get a haircut? Is he doing like a mullet thing? He's growing a mullet? Look at his hair in the back. Looks like he's stuck a bunch of straw underneath his hat. The hair is so coarse and it's just sticking straight out, man. Has this guy ever heard of conditioner? What do you wash your head with, like, prison soap, buddy? What are you doing to yourself? Look at that hair. God. Dude, get some clippers, man.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this rape gang story because it's far bigger than any whatever is going on with me.
Yeah, thanks for saying that verboten word again, buddy. I'm gonna have to bleep that as well.
Run to the pharmacy.
Mm-hmm. You mean your wife goes to the pharmacy? We know you're not going anywhere, pal.
The pharmacist. I guess I can get. I guess I don't have to go to the doctor. I just have to show them this thing, and they'll give you a prescription or something for it.
No, that's not how it works. How old is this man? He's 43 years old. He thinks he could just go to the pharmacist and get prescription medication because he shows them a tick bite? Only doctors can write prescriptions, man. What is he talking about? You can do telehealth. You go online. You can get a prescription from a doctor online. They do that, you know. You lazy bum? You can do that. Might be a matter of practicality, though. When you weigh this much, going out is, kind of difficult.
All right.
He sniffins. Again with the sniff.
And then I'll come back, and then we'll do another stream.
Oh, my God. It takes him that long to go to the pharmacist? Well, again, it probably takes him half an hour to get from the front door to the car. Yeah. Jeez, this guy. From the Kino Grove. Oh, I like this guy. Or gal. I don't know. What are the oranges for? I don't know either. Huck will have more seizures. The quarter is using his dog as a guilt trip. It is coffee grip. Okay, so, yeah. Bullseye style rash. I think I already covered that. Yeah. Let me see if this is something different.
I woke up with a bull.
Okay, so this came before that. See, I didn't have a chance to set all this up order-wise. So here he is telling us about the origin of the rash on his leg. Because his show is so fascinating, and he does so much prep work for this show that he spends the majority of it talking about, his coffee, business meetings with his fans, because he's too cheap to hire, somebody to do that for him. I'm not going to hire a business consultant. Let's just talk to my audience, my ever-shrinking audience, and talks about rashes he gets. Lovely, pal. That's fascinating content.
Bullseye style rash on my leg.
Uh-huh.
And now I am worried if I will ever be able to eat meat again.
Didn't you say that already?
So I have to deal with that. I had to call around to the doctor and stuff like that. I guess I can just go get something from the pharmacist for it, so I don't have to go to the doctor.
No.
So here's what's going to happen. I'm going to cover this.
Okay, enough. Moving on, Chunk. Oh, this is good, yeah. Dude's dog is dying, it looks like. So here we got Jer, very concerned about his dog. You see he's looking off camera. I guess his dog's having a seizure. That's interesting. Okay. Not really. What do I care? I don't care. Your dog's dying? Okay.
Oh no, Huck's having a seizure.
What?
Oh my God. Hold on a second.
Gotta go take care of your, surrogate child. Stand in for an actual kid. Yeah. Are those coffee brand coffee products behind him? Butter toffee? Ay, ay, ay. Even when this guy's not grifting, he's grifting. Dead air. Dead air, Jer. Dead air, Jer. Heather, come get the dog. Do something. My useless wife. You gotta throw him in your plane. It's an emergency. Yeah, I don't think you can land that plane at the vet's, Jer. Need to get a helicopter. Can you imagine loading his stroking out dog in their helicopter, landing on the helipad of a, veterinary clinic? The vet clinics have helipads? I don't think so. I mean, pets are important, but they're not that important.
I'll see you guys later. I'll be back.
The dog's stroking out. That would be interesting. Why don't you shift the camera so we can see the dog having a seizure? That would actually be entertaining, man. This dead air, not so much. I'd like to see the dog having its, attack. Guess not. Ah, here we go. Yeah. So it looks like the dog had its seizure, and Jer here is going to let us know what happened.
What a day! And it's only Tuesday. Sorry, we're back after medical emergency this morning.
I think there's many of those to come. I think he's next. This guy's health is not too good, man.
Hope we're
Look at the raccoon eyes. Yeah.
doing well.
Hope you're all doing well. That all he knows what to say. That's all I can say. Hope you're all doing well. I mean, listen, when I introduce my show, I say, I hope you're doing good, fine and well.
Sorry about the late start and then the end of the stream, but...
Do you think the dog actually had a seizure? Or did Jer have another panic diarrhea? I don't know, man.
You know.
I need an excuse to play hooky from school. Oh, I know. I'll have Hook have a seizure.
Huck had a seizure, and I got to take care of him.
Yeah, sure,
I
pal.
don't have, anyone else who can just do that,
What about your wife? What the hell does she do? Oh, she's with the bull. She's with the bull! Which one? Take your pick. Quite a few, I'm sure.
on the spot. So he's good, though. He's good now.
I'm going to be honest. I don't get this obsession with animals. First of all, I see them as a luxury. Number one, and he can afford it, I guess. But number two, it's just a dumb animal. I don't get it. Anyway, lots of people use them as stand-ins for people. Have you noticed that? Of course, your old single ladies with their cats and little tiny chihuahuas and teacup chihuahuas and crap like that. This guy got a bunch of dogs, though, and cats. And does he have cats? Yeah, you should have had some kids, pal. Probably would have been less trouble. Probably would have been easier than all these animals you have.
Good. Everything's good. Wait, what day is it?
What?
Oh, it's Wednesday.
He doesn't know what day it is? Dude, are you for real? That's Hallmark sign of mental illness, pal. Or too much booze. You can lay off the sauce, man. You don't even know what day it is. Oh my God! How is he admitting this on stream? Yeah, you do overshare, pal. You make yourself look like a fool. Hey, audience, can you tell me what day it is? Hey, audience, can you tell me how to better sell my coffee? Oh, my God. Is that where he got the idea for coffee, you think? From, like, his audience? Hey, audience, what do you think is a good name for my coffee? And one of his audience members is like, you should name it Coffee, Jer. Ooh, that's a good idea.
Oh, I thought it was Tuesday. He's good. He's fully recovered.
Is he for real?
He hasn't had a seizure in 4 months, but I had a feeling one was coming because he was acting kind of weird the last 2 days.
Yeah, I couldn't do this, man. Like have these sick pets. You got to take them to the vet all the time. It's expensive. It's time consuming. That's why I don't have any animals. It's too much trouble.
I don't know if you've ever. It's kind of true with humans too. In fact, there are dogs that are trained to kind of detect when these things happen. So,
He's talking about like animals sensing cancer and people and stuff. Yeah, they can smell it. Like their noses are like 30,000 times more powerful than ours, but they see in black and white, you know. So their eyes suck compared to, well, they don't have the range of vision we do. You know, a third of the human brain is just for your eyes. Anyway.
So when you, like, I had a feeling that he was going to have one because he's been kind of acting goofy, sluggish, stuff like that.
Well, that's you too, pal. You're describing yourself there.
He had one. It wasn't as bad as he's had before. He's had worse ones.
Mm-hmm.
And so hopefully
you get a defective dog. Get a new dog. Time for the pound, baby.
You know, it's just a breakthrough seizure, which happens sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah, we don't care, pal. Get to the news. Get to something interesting. He didn't know how. Raccoon eyes there.
But
I don't think those addies are helping too much, man.
Talk to a pharmacist about my leg. It is not a tick bite.
What? You talk to a pharmacist or an actual doctor? Pharmacists just prescribe stuff, man. They compound it. I mean, they're not doctors. The pharmacist can't tell you with any, degree of certainty what it actually is. I think you need to get an actual opinion from a doctor, man.
Some sort of other bite. So my wife is getting some sort of cream for me. So everything's good.
Why couldn't she take the dog to the vet? Why'd you have to do that? What does she do to earn her keep, by the way? Oh, nothing.
I've had migraine fasciitis. I get like an aura before they happen. Yeah, that's kind of, you can see it. Like, Huck's in my back pocket like 24 hours a day. So I know, if he acts a little weird.
Ain't no dog. You ain't carrying no dog around. What are you talking about? Certainly not literally. With all that bulk you're carrying, man, you can't handle no more load.
Or anything like that. You kind of pick up on that stuff. And I kind of was even telling my wife that I was like,
when she's around to listen, when she's not with the bull. God.
Thought he was going to have one because, when he was first having them,
Well, if you say it enough, it'll happen, sure. I mean, if he has seizures, he's going to have another seizure sometime. Well, yeah. You already know he does.
Would have him like, before we got his medicine, he was having him like, hey, good boy. Hey, good boy.
Yeah, okay, he's kind of cute. I'll give him that, but that dog's having seizures. I'm returning him. Return! Give me a non-defective dog, yo.
There's Huck. Huck spotting. It's you.
You imagine what the house must smell like? All them big, giant German shepherds? Oi. No, thank you, man. No, thank you. Okay, that's the same. Aqua have more seizures. The Cordoran's using his dog as a guilt trip in his coffee grift. He is? I'm kidding from the guy who brought you one like, one prayer. Oh, geez. Oh, this should be interesting. Now he's trying to grift off of his dog having seizures? All right, we got to see this. Let's hear it, Jerry.
Medicine, and he's going to have more seizures, but that's okay. Meat is back on the menu. Yep. Yeah.
Why was it off the menu? I wasn't aware that the insect bites made it so you can't eat meat. What the hell? I don't know.
Yeah. And as I look at it now, it's it's fading more and more.
Why did you make such a big deal out of it? Everything is like life-threatening with this guy. It must be his anxiety. Lord. He gets a tick bite, insect bite, and he's freaking out. Dude.
So I probably got bit by something last night. I was outside.
You were outside? Really? Okay.
Working on one of my gas-powered RC cars. And, I was out in the field late. I probably got bit by something.
Dude, we know you're not using that RC track. We've seen it. The deer are crapping on it. We know that all that expensive baseball mound dirt has now washed away because you didn't corner it properly so that it didn't wash away. And you live on a swamp, yo. Dummy. Look at that hair. Look at his hair. He can't even get a haircut. Millionaire and he can't get a haircut. Why don't you buy one of those kits, man? I got a kit. I cut my own hair. I do a very good job at it. Got like multiple different attachments, different lengths. Nah, he can't be bothered with things like personal hygiene. Don't you envy his wife? Oh, this guy complains about how her poon is stinky. Meanwhile, she gonna be married to this pant load. Boy.
No, it's okay if you don't want my dog to get his medicine. That's okay. You can return the coffee.
Is he for real? Is he for real? Oh, no, it's okay. It's okay if you don't want my dog to live. Go ahead, return the coffee. Who's returning coffee, by the way? I mean, this is obviously just a troll, I think. I would never return coffee. I just wouldn't buy it again. If I dislike it so much that I wouldn't buy it again, I'm not going to return it. It's too much trouble. You got to repack it. You got to pay for shipping. You got to take it to the USPS or whatever. No. I'm not doing that. Well, I guess if you buy it off of Amazon, they can come right to your door, but... Well, then again, now that I think about it, his coffee is quite expensive, so... Yeah, okay, yeah. You might return it. If it cost a little bit less, Jer, people might be less inclined to return it. Ever think of that? Oh, no.
I'm kidding.
Oh, I'm just kidding. Yeah, I don't think you are, pal. I don't think you are.
I'm kidding, Vinny. Get what you're supposed to get.
Yeah, another sniff.
Just, Huck will have more seizures. That's okay. Maybe the next one will be the big one, but that's...
Yeah, don't return the coffee. If you return the coffee, you might unalive my dog. What a drama queen this guy is. But he don't like drama. Oh, he's above that.
It's definitely not a mosquito. Let's get to...
Well, we don't know. We ain't seen it. Why don't you show us your big, barrel-shaped, ginormous in girth leg so we can see it, pal? Nah. That's not gonna happen.
Let's get to the news because we've, already
sniffed again.
Started late.
Yeah, well, whose fault is that, pal? You didn't drink so much late at night. You might actually be able to get up early enough to do your show on time.
Vamping, all that kind of stuff.
The hell is vamping? Does he mean vaping? I don't know, man.
Huck's good. He went out and played right afterwards, so he's good.
So it wasn't that serious. What are these seizures? Dogs have... I bet it's a living animal. I guess they can have, disorders and diseases and seizures, but I wouldn't keep that dog. It's supposed to enhance my life, but having seizures all the time, the hell with that.
Yeah.
Dead air.
Could have been a
lot of dead air. Wow. This one boring guy. So there you go. That's the latest takes, clips, dunkable moments from Jarrett. There's quite a bit more, I'm sure, but I don't want to do any more right now with this guy. He's so freaking boring. I can make almost anybody entertaining, but, it's me that's entertaining. Insofar as dunking on them, but I can't watch any more of this guy. I don't need to fall asleep during my own live stream. But anyway, there you go. So, Jerry's trying to, pity for him, his dog's seizures, to get you not to return his overpriced coffee. That's lovely, pal. You have no class. No class! Well, anyway, there we go. So let me know what you think of this latest dunkening of Jeremy Dale Hambley in the comment section. And please like and subscribe to my YouTube channel if you have not already. Hit the notification button to be notified of any future content that I create. And if you'd like to support my continued content creation, well, you can leave a super chat. You also hit the join button. You can see it like below the video. That allows you to support me through various tiers. You choose which one on a monthly basis on YouTube. You can also follow me on Patreon. That's in the description. As is all of my social media links. You should follow me on all of them, baby. Anyway, on that note, I'm out of here. I am the Realist Philosopher, and I wish you all a good and pleasant day. Take care. Yeah. Good stuff. This guy it's so easy, though, to dunk on him. He makes it too easy. Well, I'm not going to complain. I like it when it's very easy. There's just so much that you can dunk on with this guy. All right, let's get to your comments if there's any. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, there's a lot of comments. Give me a sec. I got to scroll back. Half the show is me reading comments, so please be patient. Adam Mayo, I think you needed to do a heavy metal cleanse. Okay. I don't think I get heavy metals. Look into it. Grunt 1987 is, of course. Okay. I don't know what you're referring to, but all right. Isaac Kemp. I've never heard of Bearing. Okay. Who watches Squid Guy? Okay. Adam Mayo. Whoa, buddy. Kaz 34. We found out he was shooting blanks by his search history. It was not the wife. Oh. Well, why didn't they just adopt? They could have adopted. Too inconvenient, too difficult, too much time and effort. I mean, it's kind of expensive to adopt a kid. Could have got a Chinese baby. Right? They're cheap. Relatively speaking. If you want a white baby, yeah, it's going to cost you a bundle. He could have got himself, what's that broad? That broad in Hollywood? She got like 3 or 4 black kids. Yeah, adopted them. Charlize Theron or something. Yeah. She turned them all into girls. Got like 3 boys and dresses them as girls. Yeah. Could have done that, Jer. You could have your own black kid. Yeah. Name him Hambley. You could do that. Why did you do that, Jer? I don't know. Who knows? So he's shooting blanks. Yeah, I'm not surprised. Nigeria Roberts. Trump and his followers are pretty good locals right now. Yeah, I should look into him. I'm not a big fan of Trump. I'm really not. I mean, the guy's just another controlled op shill puppet serving certain powers that be. Certainly not the American people. My gas is still over $4 a gallon, buddy. What are you doing to bring it down, pal? Joker, does Grand Clementine Dirt Eater identify as a snake or something? I have no idea. I have no idea, man. I just go on Twitter and I punch up the quartering. I visit Mr. Hotep. He is like the clip master of Jer's cringy content. And then, but I don't have as much time as I'd like to compile this stuff lately. Between this live stream and work, I'm so exhausted. Joker, Nigeria Roberts, hey now, I voted for Trump 3 times. I guess he's better than the alternatives, but I'm not so sure. I mean, they all represent the same powers, so really not changing anything. Nigeria Roberts, yeah, but do you regret it now? Dude's a shill. Yeah, he's a shill. I mean, I'm sorry to tell you this, Joker. If you haven't figured it out, he's a complete shill. I mean, just look at how he handled the Epstein stuff, man. You kidding? That dude, Japanese curry, is the best. Japanese curry? Huh. Okay. Name says he really likes that word. Yeah. You mean, Is that a word? Joker, no, Julia Roberts, it could be worse. I mean, I don't know. At least under Biden, I could afford my gas. I'm no big fan of Biden, but probably I think Trump's second term sucks. Yes, agreed. Adam Mayo, cadre of bulls. What a weirdo Jer is. Indeed. Adam Mayo, anxiety causes diarrhea. Huh. Okay. I knew it did in animals. Wouldn't where it did in people. Sound is too low on that one? You mean from me or... Oh, jeez. Wow. I'll boost it in post-editing. My microphone is kind of far away. I was leaning back a lot. Okay. Give me a sec. I got to open my mixer. Now I sound like Jer. Jesus. That was already open. Yeah, there it is. Okay, so I think I'm going to have to raise my limiter. Probably still too low. It's at 10 dB. It's at plus 10. Compressor minus 6. Noise reduction 8 dB. How's that? Is that any better? Does the noise reduction setting removes unwanted noise from an audio signal? Oh, that's... I don't think that's what's the problem. It's best at removing consistently produced noises like fans. Okay, we want that. Maybe 6? Okay. Let's check the limiter settings. It's at plus 10 dB, so the boost is at plus 10. Now let me raise the attack to 1 millisecond. Maybe that'll help. Okay, there we go. All right, you got to tell me if that's any better. I guess I could raise my input gain, but I don't want to raise too many settings that I don't know, which is actually helping. So, yeah. -4 on the compressor. Okay. Okay, you'll need to let me know if that's any better. Sorry about that, guys, but audio problems. It's my my Achilles heel. Joker, turned it down on purpose. No, I really didn't. Hopefully what I just did in my settings helped. You'll have to let me know. Kaz, oh, that's a Lone Star tick bite. If you get bit by one of those, you could be allergic to beef. Oh, okay. Nigeria Roberts. Oh, okay. Belfast rats in Northern Ireland, which is a part of the UK. You're right, you're right. That dude, it's Alpha Girl. Where? I don't see anybody in here named Alpha Girl. No. Kaz, no, okay. R.I.P. to those steaks he likes. Couldn't have happened to a better person. No. And he loves his meat. I think he loves anything edible. Kaz, he really should go to the doctor to get antibiotics and try to prevent the allergy or Lyme's. Yeah, what the hell is he going to a pharmacist for? They don't diagnose stuff. Yeah, Kaz said the same thing, pretty much. Name. Seizures in German Shepherds is common. Oh. Don't get a German Shepherd. If I were to have a dog, it'd be like a small dog. So, you know, minimal food costs. I don't want no big dog. Big dogs take big craps. So pass on that. Joker. That fool wants to cosplay as Joe Dirt. After he grows the mullet out, he's going to shave the beard and leave the Hetfield mustache. Gerbert Quinn. Did I miss the Tard segment? No, we're going to get to that in a sec. Decorum Lopez. Hey, Decorum, how you doing? Grift enabling pet. Yeah. Joker. That's later. Joker. It's a heavy metal cleanse where you binge, listen to heavy metal bands. Okay, well. I'm going to assume the sound is okay now because nobody's complaining. I'll try to stay a little closer to the microphone. I still don't know what the problem is. I thought I corrected it, but... I gotta eat something. Sorry. I didn't have enough time to eat before getting home. Even me chewing my food is still more entertaining than Jer. And my back feels better, so the NSAIDs have kicked in. All right. Let us get to Styx, shall we? All right. Oh boy, here we go. Here we go. Oh wow, he's looking rough. Oh boy. Boy, yo. This is not good, man. Is the sound any better, guys, or is it still kind of low? Well, I don't see any more comments, so I'm going to assume it's okay. I don't know, really. Okay. I might have made it worse for all I know. All right, let's see here. Sound check real quick.
All right, everyone. It appears that Elon Musk...
Yeah, oh boy. This is a good one, I think. I watched the first couple minutes, yeah. I mean, this guy trying to talk about economics is just pretty wild. All right, so this I must have done something that helped. Somebody said it was too low, but I was backing away a lot like this. It's probably too far away from the microphone. My bad. All right, screen capture, check. Infinity, well, it's not Infinity May now. All right. Elon time. Well, Styx time. Talking about Elon. So hello all and welcome. It is I, the Realist Philosopher, and this is the Realist Philosopher Show. So how y'all doing today? Ooh, got a little something in my throat. Oh boy. That's better. So hello all and welcome. It is I, the Realist Philosopher, and this is the Realist Philosopher Show. So I hope you're all doing good, fine, and well. And here we have, I don't know. Is that Styxhexenhammer666? Oh boy, he's looking rough. He's looking really rough. I mean, I guess at least he's not wearing the second set of glasses, the sunglasses, over his regular glasses, so that's a little less cringe. He doesn't have the pirate hat and the trench coat on anymore. Somebody told me it's because there's no AC in that room. What are these people living in a shack in the woods? Who doesn't have AC? Maybe they turned it off because they want him to leave. Maybe they're trying to sweat him out, you know, because he's established residency in their house. But, I mean, all they have to do is call the cops and they'll arrest him because they've got that extradition warrant. So if he has even one interaction with police, it's off to the Hooskow in Louisiana for him. So why are they trying to sweat him out? Just call the cops. You think maybe the potato and the potato's parents don't know that this guy has warrants out for him? Maybe. Maybe he didn't tell him. And she's a potato, so she's not too bright. Maybe she ain't figured it out yet. Although the parents, they gotta know who he is. I mean, they gotta. How you make your money, Styx? I'm a YouTuber. Oh, what's your YouTube channel? They gotta know he's wanted by the cops. But anyway, we've got Mr. Toothless, grunge magnet here, talking about the first trillionaire. Ooh, such a big deal. Trillionaire in a country where the money isn't worth the paper it's printed on. Big whoop-de-doo-dah, yeah. You want to know another country that had a whole bunch of trillionaires? Zimbabwe, baby! Didn't they have like $1 trillion bill at one point? Oh, man. So, I mean, it's not all that big a deal, honestly. But anyway, most people are idiots, momos. They don't know how much inflation has devalued the dollar. So Having the first trillionaire in America, not really as big an accomplishment as you might think. It's a big deal, sure, but... Anyway, let's get into Styx and see what he has to say about the first trillionaire in America. Zimbabwe had a bunch of them, by the way, so Elon's not the first. But anyway, continue, Styx, or let's get into it.
All right, everyone. It appears that Elon Musk, upon certain SpaceX ventures, actually, has become the first trillionaire in the world.
By the way, he's not a trillionaire. I don't know why people keep saying this. He doesn't have $1 trillion. He probably doesn't even have $1 billion in liquid capital. He might have tens of millions, right, that he borrowed from the bank, used his Tesla stock to guarantee the loan, get himself a nice cheap 2-3% loan or something. I mean, but this guy does not have $1 trillion. Nowhere near. This guy doesn't have that much liquidity. People are stupid. He's a trillionaire. No, he's actually not. He's got $1 trillion in, like assets. It's really not the same thing at all.
Here's the heartbeat. Boom, 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 boom.
Why are you... We know what hearts do, man. They pump. Why is he hitting his fist against his hand going boom, boom, boom?
That's Bernie Sanders' heartbeat hearing this news. Oh, God, he must be livid. Well, first it was the millionaires, but then he became a millionaire, so he had to go after the billionaires. But now there's a trillionaire in the world. Bernie Sanders is going to lose his shit. He's probably going to commit suicide or something like that.
Does anybody think this guy's sober, by the way? I had a bunch of people message me saying, I think Styx is off the sauce. Why would you think that? Maybe he's drinking less of it. I don't know. I think he's just drinking it at different times. By the way, he hasn't made any content at this point in like 3 days. So I think he's on a bender or something. He's been trying to cut back and he couldn't do it. He can't handle reality, adulting. He's not good at adulting, so he's went on a bender. Yeah. Probably why he missed 3 days of content creation. Making these crappy 5-minute videos.
Oh, he's going to go bonkers. I mean, he already was, but he'll go more crazy.
Yeah, Bernie Sanders is another nut job. Guy honeymooned in the USSR when it was the USSR. That is one cringy video, man.
That's probably what's going to happen to some of these socialists.
Bernie Sanders sitting around talking about how competition is evil with a bunch of, pinko communist scumbags in Red Russia back in the day. Guy never had a real job either. You and him have a lot in common, Styx.
They don't seem to understand that a lot of that wealth is tied up in investments and holdings and shit like that.
Yeah, and stocks. Don't forget stocks.
That gets paid out in part to employees. And that the employees are getting paid. And that the managers of the employees are getting paid. And then Elon Musk has to pay for... God, I don't even know the square footage of the data centers, the retention centers, the distribution.
I don't think that's what they're counting. So those are his expenses, like before cost, and he doesn't pay for those things. Tesla pays for those. He might be a majority shareholder, but that's not the money they're talking about when they're estimating his value, his worth. They're looking at all his possessions, his property, his shares in Tesla, okay? He's not directly paying out of pocket for all the things that you're talking about, Styx. But by the way, dude, have you ever heard of a nail clipper? Look at his fingernails. You're not a woman, pal. You need to clip those things, yo.
Centers, the manufacturing plants, and all of these other holdings, and
well, that's what the profits are for. They make money, they create a product, they create a good, and then they sell it for more, you see, than it costs to make. And then they get the money in, and then they pay all their overhead, and then what's left over, 2-3%, is the profit, right? The money you're talking about is not what counts toward or from or takes away from his wealth. That's not what they're talking about. Styx is an idiot. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Car lots and things. I don't even want to comprehend the square footage that he has.
Styx, the business, the company itself, creates the revenue that pays the operating costs. Those costs do not detract from Elon's wealth. You dimwit. That by the way, is not how they calculate his wealth. What is Styx talking about? He don't know. Get a new tooth, pal. Stop trying to talk about business.
Has to maintain. I mean, I'm not a...
No, his own personal wealth isn't paying to maintain Tesla. Well, what are you talking about, man? What the hell are you talking about?
Super fan of Elon Musk. Don't get me wrong. I do enjoy what he's done with Twitter. I think that was a very, very good idea.
I don't think he's done all that much that's transformative. I mean, it's still not that free of speech. I mean, yeah, I got a lot of people on there saying the N-word.
And it was funny when people came out and said it was a terrible idea, and he was chuckling at them. He got the last laugh, I suppose. So with that, and Starlink and SpaceX are really good projects. Not really a fan of the of Tesla and electric vehicles. So like his main portfolio content, actually, I'm not particularly fond of. But all the other stuff that he's doing, for the most part, is really, really cool. Especially, again, with Grok and what he's done overvamping Twitter. I use Grok on an almost daily basis.
Can you hear me now? No. Okay. I'll restart the show. Crap. Looks like I got to make some changes to my cable arrangement so that microphone cable isn't under the table anymore. To my all right, guys, I apologize for that. So can anybody tell me when the sound dropped? Was it from the start of the stick stuff, or what point? Oh, man. God damn it. I'm going to have to rewind here a bit.
Are getting paid. And then Elon Musk has to pay for, God, I don't even know, the square footage of the data centers, the retention.
Did we get that much? Like, can anybody, I guess nobody can tell me at what point in the video that, oh, okay, I can listen. Wait, I can rewind myself. Jeez, I'm so stupid. Let me rewind a bit, then I can find out. But this guy does not have $1 trillion. Nowhere near. Okay. It's, people are stupid. He's a trillionaire. No, I don't know. I think he's just, guy never had a real job either. You and him have a lot in common, Styx.
They don't seem to understand that a lot of that, the manufacturing plants and all of our lots and things, I don't even want to comprehend.
I'm rewatching the stream to find where it dropped off, so I know where to pick up. So please be patient. I'm old.
The square footage that he
Styx, the business, the company itself creates the revenue.
I mean, I'm not a...
No, his own personal wealth isn't paying to maintain Tesla. Well, what are you talking about, man? What the hell are you talking about? All right, good. Now I know. Let me enlarge it so I can see where I am on Styx. 139. See, I'm handy. I'm not too old. I can figure this stuff out. All right. Is it 130 or 139? It says 139. It looks like 139 to me. Or is that 129? Yeah. Okay. Oh, Jesus Christ. I can't even read it. Fuck, I can't read it. Can I maybe make it out with my glasses? I don't know. Let's find out. 129 maybe? Yeah, his videos are like mine, but it's even worse. I do 720p, but his 720p is worse than mine. I don't know. Maybe 50. All right, give me a sec. I can look on my own here. 120.
Convention centers, the distribution centers, the manufacturing plants, and all of these other holdings.
Okay, there we go. It's 129. Thank you. All right, let's get back to it. I apologize, guys. That will not happen again. Okay, I probably can't promise that. But you gotta admit, I've gotten a lot better at creating the content, huh? Still got a ways to go, though. Yeah, I don't know what this guy's talking about. Styx. Company makes money. Company uses that money. That's the company's money, not Elon Musk's money. You drunken dullard, you, okay? That is not coming out of Musk's pocket, yo. And the money that they're calculating, it's not the value, like, say, his shares in Tesla, it's not detracted. The value of those shares, those stocks, it doesn't go down because the money pays, because the company pays to keep the lights on and to pay employees. That's not how it works. That's not what they use to calculate his wealth. This guy doesn't, well, isn't any surprise that this guy doesn't know anything about business? He knows nothing about business. He's never had a real job in his life.
Car lots and things. I don't even want to comprehend the square footage that he has to maintain. I mean,
that doesn't come out of his pocket, man. You own a company. Company expenses. They come out of it's called overhead, dude. It doesn't come directly out of Elon Musk's pocket, yo. He's not a sole proprietor. What? Oh, now if the company was losing money, if it was in dire straits and he had personal wealth, he could inject it if he wanted to, okay? But he's a shareholder, dude. He's a share. Most of his wealth is tied up in shares in Tesla. And again, the value of those shares is not reduced because they pay overhead. This guy should have dropped out of college, Styx. You should have taken some business courses, man.
I'm not a super fan of Elon Musk. Don't get me wrong. I do enjoy what he's done with Twitter. I think that
I like that interview he had on Joe Rogan. Didn't he order like a pizza? And he was smoking pot while I was sitting there waiting for the pizza. Seems like a pretty chill, laid-back guy. Supposedly he's autistic? Yeah. I don't know. I think that autistic label, diagnosis gets thrown around a little too liberally. But anyway, I do think it applies to Styx, though. Well, let's continue.
that was a very, very good idea. And it was funny when people came out and said it was a terrible idea, and he was chuckling at them. He got the last laugh, I suppose.
Well, of course he did, because all the idiot detractors have about as much business knowledge as you have.
So with that...
Didn't he fire like 80% of the staff? And Twitter kept working just fine, even better. Because most of that staff were just, propagandists and moderators, libtards there to push a specific ideological agenda. Yeah.
And Starlink and SpaceX are really good projects.
Starlink, isn't that what Jeremy Hambley uses out there in Wisconsin? I mean, maybe now he actually finally has a hard line, but I remember him saying they use Starlink.
Not really a fan of the of Tesla and electric vehicles.
Yeah, you and me both, pal. I'm not a big fan of electric vehicles at all. Here's the thing. These electric vehicles, they actually produce more greenhouse gases. When you calculate the amount of carbon produced by having to mine all the minerals for those big, gigantic batteries, all of the electricity, all of the fuel, all of the everything that goes into making the vehicle, putting it together, and then the coal-powered electrical plants that are required to charge these things up, they use way more greenhouse gases. Oh, but most people don't know that, so I get the virtue signal that I have an electric car. I'm helping the environment. No, you're hurting it more, pinhead.
So, like, his main portfolio content, actually, I'm not particularly fond of. But all the other stuff...
Well, yeah, Elon Musk is not the most entertaining guy. I will admit that. But nobody can deny that he's a genius. Nobody. Low IQ people don't make that much money, okay? It's just reality.
That he's doing, for the most part, is really, really cool. Especially, again, with Grok and what he's done overvamping Twitter.
I never use Grok. Is that any good? I'm making all my new thumbnails with Gemini. Gemini AI. Is Grok better? Do you have to pay for Grok? I'm using Gemini for free. It's working pretty good. It does take more effort, though, more work. I have to type in a, page of text. Thank God I can write really fast. But anyway.
I use Grok on an almost daily basis.
I believe that. I do believe that, pal. Even using Grok on a daily basis, this guy can't figure out how a business works, how business expenses are paid. Elon's not opening up his wallet, pal, and paying for the electricity to keep the lights on and to pay the employees. You dullard.
I use Grok repeatedly for food advice and stuff like that, so he deserves.
When this guy just told... oh, for food advice, yeah. Thought you said you were a big fan of Epicurus. Oh, no, not so much. Big giant hedonist. Yeah, food advice. Get a life, man. Dude spends his whole life freaking playing make-believe war, pretending cans of beans are hand grenades, throwing those cans of beans, imagining himself in some kind of World War I battle, and cooking up complicated meals. Yeah. You got some life, Styx. Some life.
The trillionaire status, I think. It's hysterical.
He's not a trillionaire. That's just what his assets are valued at, man. By the way, if he liquidated them, he wouldn't have $1 trillion. They're worth more, as they are now. Okay? Tries to sell them, he's not going to get as much.
That...
Now, maybe he'll get more in the future. Maybe the value of his Tesla stock shares goes up, but he doesn't have $1 trillion. So many dummies running around thinking this guy has $1 trillion.
People are politicizing this and acting as though the most successful African in the world, an African immigrant, is being...
Yeah, the funny thing is Rockefeller probably had more money than, Elon Musk does. Inflation has completely, totally destroyed the value of the dollar.
Being berated by the leftoids. Can we identify the reason why this is conceived of as acceptable? Here we have a monitor, and it reads the skin color of the individual.
What's he talking about? Monitors read skin colors? I think he means camera. Yeah, this guy, wow, he's off his rocker. Look at him. Anybody out there still want to tell me he doesn't look like he's still drinking a lot? His finger's a monitor? Look at them long nails. Look at him. How long since this guy clipped those nails? Jeez. Is he going to be like Howard Hughes? Does he have a bunch of jars full of his own urine? Is he going to save his nail clippings? He looks a lot like Howard Hughes did near the time of his death, yo. Didn't this dude put like a Kleenex boxes on his feet? He was like obsessed with germs and cleanliness, even though he didn't shower, didn't bathe, and, had jars and jars of his own urine surrounding him. Oh, boy.
We're going to point it at a picture of Elon Musk. We may be able to determine the reason for this. Beep, 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 beep.
This guy's demented. And people are still watching this? Styx, I got news for you. People are still watching you. It's just to watch your continued downfall. They're just amazed at how far you've fallen, man. That's all.
Oh, he's Caucasian. That's probably the reason why.
Duh. More stating of the obvious, yo.
That's the only reason that they have a fucking problem with him. They regard him as a colonialist, basically.
Yeah, but you see, anti-white racism is okay. That's okay. Because that's the group that the powers that be want to displace, man. We're too smart. We're too successful. We're too good a mix of, creativity, intelligence. Yeah, we're too successful, man. We got to be brought down a peg or 10. Too difficult to control.
Really, he reminds me more of Great Gatsby between the women issues and...
Yeah, you remind me of Howard Hughes, buddy. Near the end.
And the massive amount of wealth. And
need to get a comb, by the way. Has this guy never heard of a comb? Do you know how much better you could look, pal, if you just get yourself a hairbrush? He don't care. I don't adult. Yeah, we can tell, pal.
And the proclivity towards wanting to dwell in mansions. Yeah, he reminds me.
If I had billions of dollars, I'd probably have a mansion too. Why not?
A bit of the Great Gatsby. But he doesn't strike me as racist or something like that. I don't think that he really gives a shit. He doesn't care whether the employee is white or black as long as they're willing to work 60 hours with almost no sleep. That seems to be basically his intent there.
Yeah, well, pal, what would you know about that? You've never worked a 60-hour week. You've never worked a 40-hour week. This 7-minute direct video of just, consciousness dump. It's more like a literal dump. That'd probably be more interesting than watching you do that. How long does this take you? You don't know nothing about 60-hour weeks, pal. Try 120 hours a week. Try starting your own business. Try starting your own business in a foreign country that ain't too wild about whitey, yo, like I did. I run that for almost 15 years. Then tell me about how businesses work. You pinhead.
He doesn't give a shit. Yeah, he'll work them both to death.
I actually, he probably does care. I think he's probably concerned about his employees because, if he's not, then they're not going to be very effective at their jobs. This guy's about maximizing the productive capability of said employees. That's what a good boss does. And as successfully as he is, I doubt he's a bad boss, okay?
In the end, your skeletons will look about the same. That seems to be Elon Musk's basic motive, actually.
His basic motive is that skeletons all look the same? What the hell is this guy talking about? What are you smoking, pal? More of that spice? His motive is that everyone's skeleton looks the same. By the way, that's not necessarily true. But anyway, what? Oh, man.
In less glib terms, though, I think that Musk becoming, effectively, it seems, the world's first trillionaire.
Yeah, I mean, what is that you think in, $1920? $1 trillion now? Is that even 100 million? 100 billion, I mean? Back in 1920? Probably less. Probably less. I'd be willing to bet that Rockefeller was at least as wealthy, or more wealthy, probably more wealthy than Elon is, if you take into account inflation.
That's going to be a little bit of a mood lift for the United States if we can generate that kind of wealth.
What do you mean? It's toilet paper. Oh, it's paper money backed by nothing, but we say it has value. Yeah, please. It's fiat currency. What wealth are we generating? That's just some dude printing the money. Printer goes burr. That's not wealth. You imbecile?
And I know that it's all, for the most part, in one person's pockets, although it's being invested and spread around and paid to people and stuff like that.
Not as much as it used to be. Yes, the poor are getting wealthier, just like the rich, but it's not nearly as much of the poor getting richer as it was 20, 30 years ago. It actually is true that the piece of the pie that the non-wealthy are getting, that your working class individual, has actually declined sharply. That's why everybody wants to focus on GDP. Graph goes up. Good. Anybody says that's a moron. A lot of morons out there, like this guy.
Like that, people don't understand how wealth works.
You don't either! This guy, it's so hilarious to me. No, business works. He thinks that fiat currency is representative of wealth of some kind, with inflation being what it is. No, that's not how wealth works, man.
So I've stopped bothering to explain it to them for the most.
You don't know. Oh my God, that's like the blind leading the blind. Styx, you don't know how wealth works. Wealth ain't the fiat currency. It's the goods. It's the human capital that is able to produce those goods and services as well. That's the actual wealth. The paper, no. And it takes a hell of a lot more of it to represent same wealth than it used to, okay? I love this. A guy that's totally, completely inept when it comes to economics is trying to teach economics. Ooh, man.
Part. But he is massively, massively wealthy. For him to be able to clinch that particular title, in a time where supposedly the economy is not even good, by the way.
It's not. Look at our debt. Unfunded liabilities are coming up on what, 200 trillion? What is it? What is the paper debt now, huh? 38 trillion? Dude, the economy's terrible. The economy's terrible, and inflation is out of control. That's why you think $1 trillion is somehow some big deal. I mean, it's impressive, but it's not as impressive as people think. And he doesn't have $1 trillion.
No, I would have thought that was more under Joe Biden, but, you know, people told me otherwise. And they told me everything was fine until the day that Donald Trump got elected. Now everything's gone to shit.
Well, it has, and Trump's doing a terrible job. The dude is a controlled-op shill puppet. If you ain't figured that out by now, well, you're about as smart as this guy.
It's amazing how that happened.
Oh,
I'm not surprised about that either. Anyway, I think that the fact that that kind of wealth can be generated...
Printing money, man, is not generating wealth. Driving down the value of the money so that you need more of it to represent the same slice of the pie isn't wealth generation.
At such a time, it is a cool economy.
No, it's not. The economy right now sucks, dude. Well, again, this guy, you know, he has no real exposure to objective reality. He's living in a friggin' perhaps laundry room, storage room, sleeping on a friggin' blow-up mattress, living in la fairy tale land, playing make-believe soldier. So no big surprise he doesn't really know where the economy's at.
I mean, it's not like backsliding into oblivion or anything.
It is. Absolutely is.
Like the legacy media would have you believe. But it's not exactly going in hot. It's a decent economy.
No, it's not. I don't know what this guy's talking about, man. I don't know what he's talking about. You know, proliferating the petrodollar and spreading the money around so that you can dilute the effects of, try to dilute the effects of massive amounts of money printing locally is not creating wealth. It's not a good economy. What are you talking about? That's not solid economic practice. Pinhead!
An acceptable economy, more.
200 trillion in unfunded liabilities and 38 trillion in debt is acceptable. Oh, yeah. Oh. Do not take any advice on any subject from this guy. This scarecrow-looking mofo who can't even be bothered to comb his own hair.
More or less. That's basically what you can hope for these days. Anyway, the fact that Trump has managed to attain that is actually relatively good.
No, it's not. Have you looked at gas prices? Oh, you don't drive a car. By the way, gas prices go up. Virtually every other good and service also goes up because they're all dependent on that fuel to operate. How do you think the vegetables get to the grocery store? How do you think the beef gets there? A truck. What fuel's that? Oh, gas.
Come to think of it. But the fact that that kind of...
Of course, the last time this guy went to a grocery store was probably 20 years ago. Mommy goes for him, and now Potato Lady goes for him. You don't know what the price of anything is.
Wealth can be generated really, really is a testament to the...
Printer go burr is not generating wealth. Yo, idiot, yo.
Fundamental correctness of the American system. Ooh. We need to get back to...
The system's correct. Out of control money printing's correct. Ooh.
To more of that system.
What's
that? Is actual capitalism.
He didn't know what capitalism is. I guarantee if I asked him what's the definition, he couldn't define it.
We need to get back to more of that, less regulation, less taxation, more capitalism in general.
You'd have to go back like 120 years, man.
a much more free economy. If we can attain that, I think
Maybe 106 or 107. But anyway.
that our best days are yet to come.
No, they're not. What propaganda is he spewing? Is he getting his money from some kind of NGO? Is somebody paying this guy off? Is he not being paid to astroturf us? Is he not being paid to gaslight people? Nah, I doubt it. He doesn't have enough of a following. Who's paying him to propagandize? Anybody. He has no audience.
Honestly, I think that we can refire the economy, and it'll be burned
I thought it was going great. I thought it was decent. Now it needs to be refired?
in like a furnace within a couple of years. This is possible to do. All that remains is the will to do it.
Well, you got to get rid of the Federal Reserve first, buddy. You got to get rid of the Fed. You got to do what Russia did, man. Russia kicked out all the, international bankers, went back to a gold standard. Nobody talks about that. Oh, yeah. Russia has a gold standard now, baby. They don't print fiat currency anymore. Guess what they did? They paid off all their debts, kicked out the, family whose name starts with an R and ends with a child. And, Why do you think we're at having a proxy war with Russia?
That's about all. Peace out.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
Why? That's the...
Yeah. Peace out. Yeah. Don't listen to what this Jesus-looking wannabe, looking that is, he hates Christianity and every other aspect, has to say. Doesn't know what he's talking about. Oh, we're creating wealth because money printer go burr. Yeah, okay, it's enough. I can't take any more of this guy. He's too dumb. I just can't do it. Anyway, so let me know what you think in the comments section of, Styx's most recent drunken, horrible take about the economy being decent, doing pretty good. Inflation is at an all-time high. Gas prices out of control. Everything's going up in cost significantly. People have less money than ever, except for, the top, tier people, 1%. But hey, don't worry about that. Everything is great. Yeah. So let me know what you think of Styx's most recent nonsensical babble in the comment section. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel if you like the based way I tell it like it is. Also, if you'd like to support my continued content creation, a super chat would be very much appreciated. You can donate any amount. It would help a whole heck of a lot. Unlike Styx, I understand what capitalism is. I provide a service. You want the service. You like the service. You want more of the service. You pay me, and then I do more of it. Pretty simple. Capitalism is private property, rights, and the, ability to benefit from the fruits of your own labor. Of course, Styx wouldn't know that because he's never produced anything. He's never done any labor, except in his own garden. That's the full extent of his understanding of how capitalism works. But anyway, you can also join my channel by hitting that join button. It allows you to choose a certain tier to support me on a monthly basis through YouTube. You can also support me on Patreon. You'll find that link in the description. And you can follow all my social media, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. You'll also find those links in the description. Anyway, on that note, I'm out of here. Oh, and don't forget to leave a comment. Good for the algorithm. I am the Realist Philosopher, and I wish you all a good and pleasant day. Take care. Money printer go burr. Burr, 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 burr. Good economy, burr. Yeah, no, I don't think so, pal. Money printer go burr. It's a good economy, because there's more money. Oh boy. Oh boy. All right. Let me pop this chat window out so I can actually read these chats. Blind. I'm blind, yo. I can't see nothing. I don't see any chats. What happened? Oh, okay. I popped it out and I can't read them. There's nothing there. Maybe some kind of, All right. Let me see what comments we got. Tesla talk. Yeah, I got it. I got it fixed. There's no new comments. Daniel 350 says, I find it funny Styx is wearing a ring on his ring finger. Night motorcyclist. Funny enough, Howard Hughes is one of the first trillionaires accounting for inflation. Yeah. Yeah. That guy was super wealthy. Nigel Roberts, price of precious metals have never been this high. That's the real indicator of inflation. Yeah. Oh, yeah. What is gold now? Is it over 5? Is gold over 5,000 now? Gold's getting crazy. By the way, the actual cost of gold should be more like around 20,000 per ounce, but they sell those gold futures. See, the gold. I don't want to get into the source of this nonsense. Goldsmiths, by the way, are who we have to thank. That's where all these modern day global reserve bankers came from. Goldsmiths like the Rothschilds used to be. Yeah. People would store their gold with them, and you would get like a paper note to say you have X amount of gold, on deposit with us. And the goldsmiths started figuring out that, well, wait a second. These people never come in and get their gold. They're just using the certificate as a means of exchange because it's safer. Because back in, medieval times, back in the Middle Ages, carrying a pound of gold around, 2 pounds of gold, you're going to get robbed, you're going to get bonked over the head, tossed in a ditch, and get your money stolen, right? Because it was all precious metals back then, gold and silver. So they would just exchange the gold certificates, right? And use those as if they were gold. So the gold, but they would never actually go into the goldsmith, very rarely anyway, to get their gold. And so the goldsmiths started printing more gold certificates than they had in gold on hand. That's where your first fiat currency actually came from. Now, that currency doesn't even represent gold. It's just, face money. So interesting. That's at 4,300. Oh, my God. But now you got people selling fictitious gold, right? Futures. And just selling, we keep it on deposit for you. You can buy the gold from us and we'll hold on to it. Then you can sell it. Fairy tale gold. If gold was required to be traded in hard form, I can't imagine how much it would cost. 20,000 an ounce? 40,000 an ounce? Because a lot of the gold that's out there being traded doesn't exist. So you got gold value inflation. You got fiat currency inflation. Man, all these global bankers, they got so many scams and gimmicks to make themselves richer, you wouldn't believe it. And you got this idiot talking about how the economy's never been better. Shut up. Shut up, Styx. You know nothing. Goofball. Go pray to your owl demon. Go pray to Stolas. Maybe he'll get you some actual gold. In place of that worthless paper money you got, pal. This guy. Prays to an owl demon. And I'm going to listen to him about how the real world works. Get out of here, man. Am I the only one that thinks this Styx guy's the thought can play goofball, that doesn't know what the hell he's talking about? It can't be just me. It can't. Old. Well, maybe it is. I don't know. Maybe there's still some people out there that think he's, like, intelligent. I don't think so. I can't imagine. Maybe that Biltong guy. He seems to be a big ball washer for Styx. Hey, Biltong guy. Why don't you give me the sponsorship deal you got with Styx? I'd probably sell more of your jerky. It's like, what is it? Like air dried or smoked or something? It's like some really fatty beef jerky. It's not cooked or anything. It's like dried in the air. I don't know. But you should give me that deal. Styx is useless to you. Contact me. My email address, I should contact him. I'll look up Bill Tong. Nigeria Roberts. I'm glad someone is calling Six out for his BS. Although that's easy now considering he's become a lolcow. He has no understanding of how economics work. What's he talking about? Well, Elon Musk, you see, he's really doesn't have $1 trillion because he got to pay the rent on that, Tesla facility. What? Dude, it's not his house. It's not his condo, man. It's a business he has shares. That's not how they're calculating his wealth. They're not looking at the facility and saying, oh, he owns that. How much is that facility worth? That's not how they're calculating how much money this guy has or what he's worth. And that's not what they're using to say, oh, he's a trillionaire. How anybody took this guy seriously? I just think the IQ in America in particular has dropped so much. Did you know that the average IQ in America is no longer 100? It's like 95 now. Probably closer to 90 at this point. Yeah. Great job. Yeah. Let's dilute the gene pool some more. Let's bring in some more people from Somalia. What's the average IQ there? 75? We got people that if left alone and had never had Whitey come in, wouldn't even know what a wheel is. Yeah. Now let's bring more of them into the country. Let's get the average IQ here down to 80. Let's do that. Then we won't be able to sustain a functioning government. Yeah. Great idea. You could be as dumb as Styx. Daniel says, have you seen any of Styx's MRE eating days? No, I have not. What do you mean MRE? This dude made videos about eating MREs? Okay. That's weird. What do you mean MRE eating? Do you mean like he reviewed MREs? Like would buy different MREs from different companies and then eat them? And like give them a review like a restaurant gets a review? Why the hell would you do that? People don't eat MREs. You buy an MRE and you put it on a shelf because it's got a shelf life of like 100 years or something. The only time you're eating it is when there's like a nuclear apocalypse or a war or something. At that point, you ain't too picky. It's edible? That's all I need. I know what military rations are, dude. My dad had a bunch of them. Former Marine, he saved a whole bunch. There was like gum and matches in them, and I ate some. Corned beef hash wasn't too bad, actually. He was real pissed, though. How dare you eat my MREs? It's the only thing I have left from my Marine days. Unlike Styx's dad, my dad was an actual Marine. He served for 20 years. How long was Styx's dad in? 3 or 4? Nigeria Roberts. Yeah, he tried different country military rations. Oh, jeez. Well, that sounds boring as hell. 2 years ago? What? Wow. This is weird, man. So he's an occultist. He's a wizard. He's an expert on economics. He's a philosopher, supposedly. Oh, God. No, he's not. And he's also doing MREs. Wow. What a weird channel this guy has. He ate and reviewed them. I don't know why, man. MREs are expensive. Military rations ain't cheap, yo. And maybe you can get them relatively inexpensive, but they're way more than the same meal would cost if you just cooked it. You know, on the spot. I mean, who's buying those just to eat? Just like your lunch. Nobody's doing that. I still carry a P38. Oh, jeez. Okay. I think we need to move on. We got more stick stuff, by the way. This guy. Anybody out there, by the way, can anyone tell me why he hasn't made content in 3 days? I haven't checked out his Twitter, I think since my last show. I don't do the Twitter files on Styx every show because he kind of posts to Twitter sporadically. He does post daily, but it's usually just his crappy, morbid stories. And sometimes he doesn't post very much. So I kind of wait so that he builds up a lot of tweets that I can comment on. But has he said anything on his Twitter recently about why he's not making content anymore? I mean, he can't use the "my computer's broken" BS because he's done that too much already. Well, why isn't he posting? I don't know. But anyway, we got more. Thank God. Let me open it up here. Give me a sec. Yeah. This guy doesn't just post one stupid video. No. He's got more dumb stuff to say, man.
Hey everyone, it's time to...
Oh, God. Oh, boy. Here we go. All right. Let's do this. I need some more hydration, though. Oh, boy. This guy tuckers me out. Whew. Jeez, I'm running out of water. What the hell? I'm out, baby. All right, I need to go get more water, so let's do the, yeah. There's my beautiful face. Yeah. Talking to a woman earlier today. She asked how old I was. I told her. She was like, didn't believe me. You're how old? No friggin' way. I get that a lot, actually. I get that a lot. Yeah. I clean up pretty good, actually. All right, that's not bad. Okay, that's pretty good, actually. Get this filter set better. Okay, I think we're good to go, baby. There's Styx again. He looks terrible. I'm only going to be doing 3 pieces. This is the last one. I have an extra piece of content from the last show, so I can post 2 clips tomorrow and 2 the next day. But anyway. Yep. For goodness sake. All right. So hello all and welcome. It is I, the Realist Philosopher, and this is the Realist Philosopher Show. So how y'all doing today? I hope you're all doing good, fine and well. So here we have this disheveled lump of a human who calls himself Styxhexenhammer666, a.k.a. Tarla Warwick. That's his real name. Yeah. It's as cringy as you would expect. My name's Taro. Did you say Tar? No, Tar? Oh boy. Anyway, as you can see, he's looking terrible. He's got the, straw hair that he probably hasn't combed in a month or 2 or 3 or 4. God only knows. Probably has mites and lice crawling around and that stuff. He looks pretty greasy. His face actually, is it just me or does his face look swollen? Like it's retaining water or something. Like his liver isn't working properly. I don't know. There's something about the hue of his skin that is very unhealthy looking. Well, it's not surprising. He is very unhealthy. But anyhow, we're going to listen to Styx tell us about autism. Because he's an expert. You know, on everything, right? Some autism is just being an a-hole. Well, I mean, I'm sure there are some autistic people out there that are a-holes. All right, let's get into it, man.
All right, everyone, it's time to talk about autism. Yeah, we're all apparently autistic.
He's obsessed with this subject. Why do you think he's so obsessed with the subject of autism and trying to disprove it or muddy the waters around the subject and claim that some people are just a-holes or eccentric? Do you think it's because he's autistic and he's coping? Is that what it is?
Because if you were to look at the diagnostic list for autism, you're going to be real hard-pressed to find a person who doesn't at least display one of those behaviors.
Well, that's not how clinical diagnoses like that are reached. There's multiple factors that are involved. And yeah, some problems, some illnesses, some issues like autism do have singular identifiers that a lot of people have, but they're not autistic. So what? One single diagnostic qualifier, that doesn't... What's your point, man? If you don't like looking people in the eye, you know, oh, well, that's one, that's one way to verify if somebody has autism or not. You don't like to look people in the eye. Yeah, I'll admit, sure, there's lots of people that don't like to make eye contact that are not autistic. What's your point?
You'll also be reasonably hard-pressed to find one that doesn't display two. And, there's about a 50-50 that a lot of them will have a third. That's pretty autistic. The whole...
Is it just me, or was he looking off to the side like he was reading a screen or something?
whole world's autistic. We're all on the spectrum. We can all celebrate. Nobody can discriminate against us anymore, I guess.
Us? Did he just call him... Did he just admit he's been diagnosed as autistic?
Nobody can discriminate against us anymore, I guess.
I said it. I called it before. He's autistic. Styx himself has been diagnosed with autism. And all these videos he's making about autism, well, it's just most of people diagnosed with autism. It's BS, man. Because lots of people don't like to make eye contact or do this or do that. They're not autistic, so I've probably been misdiagnosed as well. Yeah, I don't think so, buddy.
In less glib, more real news, I noticed something fairly recently. I've noticed it from multiple individuals, actually.
What are you talking about? Notice what? You don't go outside, man. You don't interact in real life with other people. So what have you noticed in other people? Maybe he's talking about watching videos? It's got to be that.
Over the course of several...
What is he looking at? He's looking down at a screen or something. What's he reading? Not a script. Is it? I don't think so.
Years.
I mean, this stuff is too off the cuff, too on the fly. It's not a script. Maybe notes?
But now...
Bullet points, maybe?
Now, new research has led me to believe that there's something going on here, so to speak. I have noticed that there are people who will hide behind autism, or the autism spectrum.
I do agree with that. There are people that are messed up individuals and they claim autistic so that they don't have to take accountability for their actions. Well, I know I'm a horrible human being. I'm doing some weird stuff, but you say, I got an excuse. I'm autistic. Yeah, what's your excuse, Styx, if you're not autistic? I'm just a run-of-the-mill drunk. Ah, I see.
In order to simply be goddamn assholes. That's the only way to put it.
Well, you need to do that, pal. You should do that. Oh.
We have a tendency, as it were, as people. And
speak for yourself, man. Don't speak for me. Don't lump me in with you.
And let me try to explain it. We have a tendency to try to think of someone who has some debility or weakness as being...
Debility? The hell is that? What's a debility? You mean disability? You people out there in my comments saying this guy is trying to sober up or that he sobered up, you need to sober up. This guy's not sober. He can't even say the word disability. He says debility.
Therefore, genuinely blameless. So a person's crippled. They can't be evil. They're a cripple. Person is very, very sick, crawling along the road. They couldn't have possibly victimized anyone or anything like that. Oh, you poor man, you fucking let me help you. We have a tendency to think of things that way. And so there's an inherent tendency, I think, among people. Because, you know,
a tendency for what? To make excuses for mentally ill people or people that suffer from disorders like autism? He's right. I think people did. I mean, there you go. I mean, a broken clock is right twice a day. Even Styx can be right sometimes. On this point, he's correct. And I hate when people do this. When they make excuses for people's bad behavior and say, oh, well, you know, he's autistic, so we got to make allowances for them being an a-hole. Yeah, I hate that. I hate that. Stop doing that. People will never learn, they'll never change if they're not held accountable. Absolutely agree. And sure, some of those behaviors can be attributed to whatever mental disorder they might have, especially if it's something that's based in biology and brain structure and such, like autism, but come on. There is such a thing as neuroplasticity. People can learn, they can change, even when they're autistic, but if they never have to, because everybody's always making excuses for them, they won't. Just look at this guy.
autism is the new ADHD. We'll get into that in a minute.
Yeah, now ADHD is just fake. That's just made up. It was made up to sell money. The guy that invented the diagnostic criteria, the illness itself, he admitted on his deathbed. I feel so bad. We just made it up to sell drugs. We just made it up to sell drugs and mentally castrate young boys, preferably white young boys.
And yeah, the ADHD is no longer fashionable. You can fuck yourself if you have ADHD like I supposedly do.
It's not a real disorder. It's called being a male, being a boy. That's it. Which is apparently now toxic and pejoratized.
I find this funny.
Find everything funny, dude. You're drunk most of the time.
People with autism can be assholes.
Sure.
Some of them are fucking assholes.
Yeah. Look in the mirror, buddy. You're a perfect example. Lack of self-awareness with this guy.
They harass and abuse people around them and...
Yeah, they take advantage of their mental illness, of their category as disabled, to act however they want. Yeah, I don't think people should allow that. I think people should have less patience with the mentally ill, less patience with people who claim to have some kind of, biological disorder that makes them unable to behave properly. No, shut the hell up. Stop being such a dick.
Say and do weird shit, and then they hide behind their autism.
You mean like worship owl demons named Stolas and cut themselves, self-harm, so they can get blood for their blood magic rituals to off DAs in Louisiana? You mean that kind of behavior, Styxy boy?
And I've seen this, online, and there are people like, oh my god, I'm autistic.
The screen is shaking. What's going on here? Have you noticed he's changed his setup now? You see he's moving his hands around and the screen is shaking. Has he got the laptop in his lap? Is that what he's doing? By the way, why is this picture so bad? I think this is supposed to be 720p, but it's the worst 720p I've ever seen. I mean, I'm streaming right now at 720p, and my picture looks better. What's going on here? Why is his 720p such garbage?
Look at me, give me attention, and shit like that.
Dude, you're projecting. That's you. That's you. He's talking about himself, and he doesn't even know it. Height of self-awareness lacking, yo.
And then you end up hearing a news story where they beat up their spouse or their partner. And things went to shit.
What? Dude, you're on the run from the law for DV! Allegedly, you put a gun to your former, love of your life's head. You fired that gun, he claims. That it said, it's supposedly accidental. Total complete spurg. Accidentally discharging firearms in his own house. Yeah. You got arrested. That's why you're on the run now. For doing exactly what you just said. Wow, this guy.
They decided to blow somebody's head off.
You almost did that, says your ex. You almost did, if we believe Samantha Keister, and you know what? I do. This guy should be nowhere near any firearms, ever.
This has actually happened.
Yeah, it happened to you! Almost. You came this close, buddy, from what she says. You put the gun to the head, you just didn't pull the trigger. Well, actually, you did, just like, a little later. In that same interaction, he accidentally discharged it into the floor. Could have been her head if he, had a spurged out at that moment. Yeah.
I don't really believe in the autism spectrum anyway.
Well, of course you don't, because you've been diagnosed as that very thing. Allegedly, speculatively, in my opinion. I'm still allowed to have an opinion, right, you two? I think this is all just cope. That's all this is. He's been diagnosed as autistic, in my opinion, and he's doing everything he can to try and disprove that idea. That's it.
I don't believe that it even exists.
Well, you'd be right if you said that about ADD, but you're way, way, way wrong. Wow, this guy's so dumb. I believe in ADD, I just don't believe in autism. Meanwhile, plenty of evidence for autism, buddy. But ADD, the symptoms are almost a direct correlation with what it means to be a male. Of course, that's bad, that's evil, that's toxic these days, so let's call it a disorder. ADD! By the way, very few women are diagnosed. 10 times more men. It's almost exclusively men, and almost exclusively white men. How interesting!
To me, again, I do not like prolonged eye contact. I do not like certain tactile sensations, dry paper, and so forth. And
you believe in owl demons named Stolas. You're more comfortable living in fantasy land than reality. Sounds almost like you're autistic, man.
Don't like the feel of greasy or moisturizing or gelatinous substances on my body.
What are you talking about, dude? Your face looks like you smeared bacon fat all over it. You're one of the greasiest looking mofos I've ever seen. What are you talking about, man? Oh my God.
This is not a crippling mental illness.
What are you talking about? You are living in a laundry room. Allegedly. Potentially. You're on the run from the law. Your whole life is a crippling mental illness, man. What are you talking about? What is it? What is this guy smoke? Oh, right. You know what he's smoking? Dude. Yes, it is. Not always, of course. There are degrees to autism, as well as degrees to which different people are affected by those degrees of whatever autism you may have, which are usually determined by how much it affects your life. But, dude, look at your life. You're unable to function in the real world. What are you talking about? Not crippling.
This is not the same as seeing donkeys jumping through your window and thinking that the men in black are outdoors and they're just about to charge through your door, so you have to build a pillow barricade.
Okay, again, I must make reference to the imaginary owl demon that you believe is real and that you gain some kind of benefit from worshiping it and offering up your own blood. And the blood of others. Didn't he have some, like, used tampon from some former friggin' girlfriend that he used to curse her or something? Probably Samantha Keister. I don't know. The one true love of his life. I think she might be remarried now, by the way. What is he talking about, dude? That's you! Imaginary owl demons, that's you! Oh, boy.
Those are not the same thing. Just saying. Although the latter is definitely more funny.
He's not saying, dude. Come on.
I like to think of myself as a sane maniac more than anything else.
Isn't that oxymoronic? What do you mean a sane maniac? You're either sane or you're not. You can't be both. What about law of identity? I mean, you are what you are. You can't be both. You can't be human and a dog. You're either a dog or human. You're human. You're human. You can be two things at once, different things. You can be sane and insane at the same time. Really? No, you can't. I mean, that's a law of non-contradiction, dude. That's totally completely contradictory. That's not how it works, man. What is he talking about? This is nonsense, dude. You can't be sane and insane. You can't be a dog and not a dog at the same time. What?
Friend. Like, for instance, I can make soup. Maybe I'll do it later. You can't stop me. But, autism is overblown. What?
I do agree with that. It's overdiagnosed, for sure. Or maybe more people are coming down autistic. Or maybe they're just getting better at diagnosing it. I don't know. It's probably overdiagnosed, though.
What they're doing is the same fucking shit that they did with ADHD back in the 80s and 90s. Oh, my child's special. Yeah, that's why you cannot criticize me, and that's why little Tommy needs to be in special classes and shit like that. Now,
yeah, like Styx was. I would be willing to bet you hard currency that this guy was in special ed. This is all, dude, you're self-reporting right now. You were in special ed. You were diagnosed with a whole bunch of problems as a kid. I mean, look at where you are at now in your life. Obviously, they were right about you, man. You're a mess.
What little Tommy needs to be smacked across the face more than anything. It probably would have worked for me when I was back in the day.
Corporal punishment. I don't know. Jury's still out on that. Maybe it's not as bad as people think. Maybe it's good. Maybe it's bad. I don't know. I mean, the world has gone to hell ever since we, did away with it.
Just saying. I mean, I speak from experience. I'm not prescribing anything that I wouldn't prescribe to myself.
Boy, I think it's a good thing you're not around your kid, man. Yeah. You imagine him smacking his daughter in the face? Oh, boy. Yeah, that's definitely off limits, dude. Don't be doing that. That's child abuse, yo. Is spanking good? Is spanking bad? I don't know. Again, the world's gone to hell since we did away with spanking. Mommy, Daddy, you spanked me. I'll have you arrested. Yeah. I don't think that's a good thing that we did away with that. But smacking him in the face, no, don't do that. The jury's still out. Do I think that abusing your kid is it spanking to abuse your kid? Again, the jury's still out on this stuff. Honestly, I could go either way.
I am joking, though. No,
I don't think he is.
But it used to be ADHD. That was the big one.
Yeah.
And so everyone suddenly started getting ADHD. It was amazing how it proliferated. It was almost like a super virus.
Yeah.
But then it started dying out. And then autism dawned on the set. And now everyone's autistic. I'm on the spectrum. you're on the spectrum.
Oh, because other people have a few symptoms, that means that you're not autistic, Styx. That doesn't make any sense, man.
Friends on the spectrum, your sisters on the spectrum, granddad's on the spectrum, huh?
Maybe it runs in your family. Maybe it runs in your family, Styx. I've seen your dad. The Night Stalker. I don't know, buddy.
If you got kids, they're on the spectrum too. Everyone is autistic, apparently. It's pretty funny when you think about it. That's about all. Peace out.
Well, I definitely think you're autistic, Styx, in my opinion. I don't think that's his only problem, though. I think he's damaged his brain quite a bit from all the booze and all the drugs, and even admitted himself he did spice back in the day, and he says that fried his brain. I would agree. But anyway, let me know what you think. Is autism not real? Is it just made up? Another way to pejoritize certain behaviors that the powers that be don't want people to be evincing, as it were. Don't be like this kind of man. That's toxic. Or is autism actually a thing? Is autism actually a thing, and Styx is the poster boy for it? Let me know what you think in the comments section, and please like and subscribe to my YouTube channel if you have not already. Don't forget to hit that notification bell and leave a comment. I hear it's good for the algorithm. I don't know. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. I guess it is, probably. Also, if you'd like me to continue creating content, please consider making a donation to my channel. There's a number of ways you can do it. You can join as a monthly supporting member. There's several different tiers by hitting that join button below the video. You can also leave a one-time super chat. Any amount is greatly appreciated. You can also join my Patreon, which I'd really love if you did. You can also follow me on my social media, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. You'll find all those links in the description. Anyhow, I'm out of here. I am the Realist Philosopher, and I wish you all a good and pleasant day. Take care. You can be sane and not sane at the same time. That's not in any way illogical. I'm the most sane, insane person you ever meet. I mean, I guess there's degrees, so maybe that kind of statement could apply logically, but you can't be sane and insane. They cancel each other out. They're totally completely contradictory. Totally completely contradictory. But, I should not be surprised. Then, of course, 6-minute video here. Not even 6 minutes. What are you doing, Styx? And you ain't made content in 3 days, man. What are you doing? What are you doing with your time? I wonder. I don't think his computer broke again. It's too soon. I don't know what this guy does with his days. He's on the run. He's on the lam. He's hiding out in a storage closet with no AC. Sweating his ass off. He looks like a greasy capon. I mean, wow. I have a grease phobia, dude. I don't know how many meals I could cook with the grease I could scrape just off your face alone. Oh, what are you talking about? Wow. Okay, anyway, that's enough. That's enough of Styx, man. Let's get to your comments, if any. Grease phobia. He's got a grease phobia. Boy, what do you cook with, Styx? Grease. Oh, he's talking about. This dude is so weird, man. It's so cringy and weird, his content, I swear. All right. Styx has a yellow color to his skin. Yeah. Yeah, maybe it's the lighting. I don't know. I think he's suffering from liver cirrhosis, man. I really do. I honestly do. Joker, more snitching on himself. Yeah. This is all self-reporting, man. Autism's not real. Autism's fake. Meanwhile, he's telling us, oh, well, people discriminate against us. Oh, you mean people like you that have autism? Oh, man. Absinthe Enigma Fox. What are you talking about? Well, you can see what I was talking about. Styx. Joker. Ooh, watch out. Styx is the world's first functioning homicidal artist. Is he functional, though? Does he qualify as functional? I'm going to be honest. I don't think this dude qualifies as functional. He can't support himself. He's never lived alone. First he lived with mommy and daddy. Then he got himself a new mommy that Elizabeth brought over there in the Netherlands. Then he moved back with mommy and daddy. He can't function. Never had a real job. He convinced a bunch of goobers online that he was intelligent, so he could make money off his YouTube channel. He doesn't even have it monetized, by the way. Some businessman he is. He's probably forfeited $500,000 or more over the past 20 years, not monetizing his channel. Well, not 20 years, because YouTube hasn't even been owned by Google for that long. And it hadn't been monetized, probably 15. The dude's forfeited at least, 14, 15 years of monetization through AdSense. He can't function. He's functioning in his own degenerating mind. I don't think that qualifies as functional, man. Yeah. He's functioning in the fairy tale fantasy land that he lives in, where he plays a pretend World War I soldier using soup cans as grenades. That's where he functions. By the way, that's why he does all this cope about telling people how they should live in a fantasy world like him. And adulting is bad. It's all cope to try and justify his bad decisions and his current lot in life. That's all that's going on here. By the way, if his parents really cared about him, they would turn him in. They would turn him in. Styxy boy, your mommy and daddy don't seem to care about you very much, in my opinion, which I think I'm still allowed to have, though I don't know. Not sure if I'm allowed to have one on YouTube. If your parents cared about you all that much, they would put you in jail, because that would be the best place for you. Styx needs to be in a controlled environment, okay? He needs to be in a controlled environment where he gets his meds. I don't know what meds he needs to get, but he needs something. And not pot. Where he gets his 3 hots at a cot, where he gets a lot of structure and discipline. Unfortunately for him, that's going to come with some butt pirating as well, if it comes in the form of prison. But, them be the breaks, buddy. Them be the breaks when you flee the law. It's to prison you will go. So, I really don't feel too bad for him. I'm going to do exactly what he said people should do. I'm not feeling sorry for you at all. I'm not going to make excuses for you. You might be autistic, Styx, which I absolutely believe, but you're an a-hole. And like you said, just because people are diagnosed with a legitimate mental illness doesn't mean we should walk on eggshells around them and excuse their actions and abdicate them of responsibility. You're absolutely right, Styx. You need to be in a prison cell. You get the help you need. Everybody in this guy's life needs to take his advice when it comes to him. Potato needs to turn him in. That's what this guy needs. Prison. It'd be the best thing for him. It would be the best thing for him. He'd get sober. He'd get off the booze, off the hooch, off whatever other stuff he's on. I know you can get a lot of that stuff in prison, but usually you got to give up the bum for it, right? Or, pay for it in the form of, credit in the commissary. But Styx ain't got no money, so he's going to have to pay with his mouth. Or his bum. If he wants to get his dope and his booze in jail, right? Otherwise, he's going cold turkey, baby, which is what he needs. Of course, I guess cold turkey would probably kill him, right? The DTs and all that, he has to detox. That would be bad. He's got to wean himself off slowly. Yeah. I guess you can't put him directly in a jail cell. It would unalive him. Then he would actually have a seizure and a stroke. From the DTs, the detox, baby. Yeah. But if it doesn't kill him, it'll make him stronger, for sure. But, I mean, this guy in jail, man, they're going to need to put him in protective custody. Otherwise, he's going to be a butt pirate. That's for sure. Well, everybody else will be the pirate, and they'll be pirating his bum. Yeah. That's the closest this guy will ever get to any real pirates. Giving up the bum to real pirates, baby. Prison is full of them, Styx. Oh, man. They're gonna love you, buddy. Yeah. It's actually advantageous for you to be in prison without teeth. Maybe you can figure out why. So those missing teeth that you've got, that's a bonus. That's a bonus in jail, buddy. Oh, yeah. Be able to suck your way to that good enough vodka. Oh, boy. All right. I think that's it for the comments. I don't see any more. Well, nobody is posting anymore anyway, so I'm assuming nobody else has anything to say. Anybody else out there? Bueller? Bueller? Nope. Nobody else. All right. Well, if there's no more comments, I guess I'm going to have to end the show. It is getting late anyway. I still have some stuff to do before I go to bed. Too much, really. So busy these days. All right, everybody. I'm going to end the show on that note. Thank you for coming. I will be back tomorrow. I mean, the next day, Friday. Yeah. Not tomorrow. I'll be back Friday. Joker. I'm just watching. That's fine. I do read all chats, unless it's like insanely busy. But once I have read all of the chats, and I don't have any more content to cover, well, then I end it. Yeah. I'll tell you what, Styx is going to maybe wish he had ended it before they send him to jail. I don't think he's going to do very well in prison, man. I really, really don't. And if he thinks he's not going to jail, well, that's yet another example of how dumb this guy is. He's going to jail. All this being on the lam is doing is delaying the inevitable. That's all that's going on. I mean, he might be free now, but it's not going to last. And he's living in a prison right now. At least in jail, you have air conditioning, Styx. Guys holed up in a laundry room with no air conditioning. Probably eating ketchup right out of the bottle. He doesn't go outside. He's all greasy and dirty. Playing pretend war. I don't know, man. Sounds like jail to me. But anyway, guys. There's a hardcore punk band called End It. Okay. Well, anyhow, show's getting a little long in the tooth. 3:15. All right. All right, guys. I will see you Friday, same time. Same bat time, same bat channel. And you should look for my scheduled live stream. It's the same time and everything, but you go to my channel, hit the live, and that's where the link will be. So I'll see you all again Friday. I am the Realist Philosopher, and I wish you all a good and pleasant day. Take care.